For Dubas, do you still commit to that aged core?
It's impressive, and it's very dangerous ground because they have been producing, but they rely so heavily on their older veteran players like Crosby, Malkin, Gensel, Carlson, Smith, all guys that are in their 30s. Those are, except for Gensel, but they've got guys that they always depend on. They've got to find a way to get younger players contributing offensively.
And back to Montreal, just looking for people to contribute offensively. The thing is they need the top guys to score because they maybe don't have the depth to catch them up.
Yeah, and that's the problem, is that they're so, the reality is that they've had Anderson and Dvorak have 2 goals on the season combined. They're just not good enough and don't have enough depth if those guys aren't able to produce. They're 27th in goals for. They're just not getting it done. I know they're working and they're doing all the tough things. Marty St. Louis wants them to get to the front of the net. Let's see if they can pot home some goals from there.
Okay, we'll see if Gallagher can do that and Carlson can defend. That was the Big Board presented by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And that was Hockey Central, delivered by Pizza Pizza. Whether your team's winning or losing, everyone deserves pizza. Puck drop around the corner as we begin Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey from La Belle Province.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. The following is a presentation of the National Hockey League on Sportsnet.
The Canadiens were Sidney Crosby's boyhood team growing up in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia.
Always something special possible to happen when Crosby and the Penguins come to Montreal.
April Wine with the Open. They started as a garage band in Waverly, Nova Scotia. Sidney Crosby, he started shooting pucks in his parents' basement in Cole Harbour. And tonight he visits chilly Montreal as the Canadiens hope their offense heats up. The Penguins look to pick up where they left off last night after a win against Arizona. Plenty of viewers across the country, but especially, I bet, in the Maritimes tonight. Hi, everyone. I'm Carolyn Cameron. Welcome to Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey. Last night, the Penguins, they had it all. An even strength goal, power play goal, and one shorthanded. The power play goals, plural, were much needed. And tonight, it's one of the oldest teams in the league against one of the youngest. And to get us set, let's go to Montreal in the rink, where we find Sean McKenzie.
Yeah, Carolyn, we're just moments away from puck drop between the Habs and the Pens. Two teams who come into tonight's game with two very similar records. Let's take a look. The Pittsburgh Penguins 12-12-3. The Montreal Canadiens 12-13-3. Both teams with 27 points. For the Habs, that's something they're probably happy about. They're a competitive team nightly, but they are a young, rebuilding team. And for them, the focus is on the future, especially when it comes to their young players like Juraj Slafkovsky, who is back on the top line. And recently, Kent Hughes was on the Eye Test podcast. He said, I still think it's going to be another 3 or 4 years before we see what Slav can be. For the Habs, it's all about the future. For the Penguins, well, they're just trying to find their game right now. But you look at the talent that they have, and they are a team full of, albeit older, superstars, and that includes Sidney Crosby, who's still an elite player in the NHL. On a nightly basis, he is doing things like this. He is breaking ankles like he has his entire career. Carolyn, we will see what Crosby does tonight. When he comes to the Bell Center, it is always must-watch hockey.
Thanks, Sean. John Bartlett and Gary Galley will be up in the booth as we welcome you back in studio. Sam Cosentino, Justin Bourne, and Jamal Mayers. So, gentlemen, who will your eye be on tonight, Sam?
Juraj Slafkovsky. He's been the talk of the town. 2 goals in 28 games this year. Goalless in his last 10. He's due. He's double due.
Off the top of the show tonight, Sean McKenzie was talking about Sid having the 3rd most points all time against the Montreal Canadiens. Only Gretzky and Lemieux ahead of him.
Wow.
Pretty decent against Montreal. So, yeah, I'm going to have my eye on Sid with 15 goals so far this year.
And for me, it's the minute muncher. Chris Letang leads all defensemen for the Pens in ice time, over 24 and a half minutes of ice time a game with 14 points in the season. He has shown what true leadership is, accepting a new role with Karlsson on board.
And Montreal, who's looking for offense, what do they need to do to find it?
Get to the front of the net. Get your nose dirty.
Yeah, I'd like to see Caulfield move around. You and I both talked a little tonight about he's getting a little predictable in that soft spot. You know, a little bit of movement wouldn't hurt him finding somewhere else.
And speaking of Caulfield, maybe just start to do things a little bit differently. Start to move the puck. Start to not be so predictable in terms of every time you get it, shoot it, move it once in a while. Maybe that distribution will open up some shot lanes again.
Just 7 goals thus far for the year for Cole Caulfield, which is pretty low compared to the pace he was at a season ago. Yeah. I'd take 7 goals, but I'm not Cole Caulfield. The Pittsburgh Penguins 3-0 in the second game of back-to-backs this season. We'll see if Crosby and the Penguins can get it done against Cole Caulfield and the Montreal Canadiens. Puck Drop is next on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN.
Set for the Habs and the Penguins. The task for Montreal, as it always is when the Pens come to town, try to slow down Sidney Crosby, who has plenty of history against Montreal. It's only Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky have more points per game against Montreal than Crosby. We are moments away from puck drop, but first, we send it to Michel Lacroix, get you set for the national anthems. Enjoy the game, everyone.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez maintenant vous lever, retirer chapeaux et casquettes pour l'interprétation des hymnes nationaux par Sherilyn Toka, accompagné à l'orgue par Diane Bibeau. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Remove your hats and caps for the singing of the national anthems by Sherilyn Toka, accompanied on the organ by Diane Bibeau.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet
We're in the midst of the holiday season, and we've got a treat in store for you tonight as the Penguins roll into Montreal with their dads in tow to face the Canadiens, who are looking to find the right spice in their home cooking these days on Scotiabank. Wednesday night hockey on Sportsnet. Starting goaltenders for tonight's game, Alex Nedeljkovic is 1-1-1 in his career, but he's got great numbers against the Montreal Canadiens, with a 1.62 goals against and .951 save percentage in those 3 career games against the Canadiens. Samuel Montembeault will get his 100th career start tonight. He continues to have the highest save percentage at 5-on-5 in the NHL at .946. He's got the best goals against average at 5-on-5 as well. And we've all talked about the numbers Sidney Crosby has against the Canadiens. He also comes into the game tonight just 1 point behind Paul Coffey for 14th in all-time NHL points history. He'll start tonight for the Penguins along with Chris Letang. Mike Matheson, the former Penguin, gets a start on the blue line for Montreal. And there's the dads on their dad's trip, looking on as we're underway. Last season, Pittsburgh was 2-0 in their dad's trip, so hoping to bring some of that again as Letang throws it towards the net. It goes wide, and Juraj Slafkovsky's there. Can't play it. Drew O'Connor knocks it back in the net. Mike Matheson around the boards, held into the point by Graves, lost it. Slafkovsky will pick it up. He'll get to the Pittsburgh line. Juraj Slafkovsky leaves it for Cole Caulfield, chipped it to the point, and Matheson wasn't there yet. David Savard up with it, run 58. Dancing his way in, slides it on net, and it's covered up by Nedeljkovic.
Well, sometimes you just handle the puck and things just open up, and for Savard, I think that's what happens. His second game back, played a little over 20 minutes the other night in Nashville, and right here he gets the D-to-D, take the ice that's given to you, and all of a sudden, guess what? Little drag inside, he just lost his footing, but put it to the net, you never know. And the Canadiens are glad to see him back in the lineup. You're able to get him some minutes, put him with Matheson, play against the other team's good lines, and it slots other guys in better positions to play throughout the night.
Dvorak will get tossed from the draw. Brendan Gallagher comes in to take it, coming off a career-high 10 shots on net in the Canadiens' Sunday loss here at home against Nashville, a 2-1 loss. There's Struble. Feeds it around for Kovacevic. Back to Struble. He had his first NHL goal Saturday night in Buffalo. And Struble will start out with it. Out of the wing. Too far for Dvorak. Down the ice, and that's an icing call.
Your first National Hockey League goal is always something that is very dear to your heart and special. And for Jayden Struble, a little pitch up the wall. He drives to the net, and he gets rewarded. Nice little, he just opens the blade of his stick, and you know what? That is a nice goal for Struble. And his teammates happy for him, grabbing him that puck, and that puck will be in his family for a very long time.
Struble chips it off the boards. It'll get to center. Armia can't reach it. Dvorak after it, chopped in by Pettersson. And Kovacevic will get it off the boards, and now Malkin left it. Armia took it away. Dvorak goes after it as Pettersson lost his stride. Swung around for Josh Anderson. He'll go to the point as Barron tried to fire it in. Malkin broke it up. But Barron will get it back, playing it off for Caden Cooley. Josh Anderson into the Penguin zone, snaps it back to the net. Nedeljkovic left it for Pettersson. Work back deep as Erik Karlsson is there to get it. He'll throw it around on the wing, and that'll get out. Grabbed by Puustinen, will feed it across, and it's snapped on net by Radim Zohorna and grabbed by Montembeault.
Download the betting app and find out why. It's never ordinary at Bet365.
Well, the one thing Marty St. Louis wants to do with this club is stop those slides, those losing streaks that happen. You know you're going to lose some games. This is a team that's rebuilding. So yes, losses are going to occur, but let's not get them festering loss after loss after loss. So after you lose a game in a hard-fought match, get right back, get in the win column, and try to stop those losing streaks. Both these teams hovering around 500. For Montreal, hey, that's okay. For Pittsburgh, not so. They expected a lot more. It looked like they were going to get it going there in their first 10 or 15 games, but the last few have not got the results that they've really wanted, and scoring has been an issue of late.
Vinny Hinostroza will flip it in as Lars Eller goes after it, the former Canadian. Trying to come up with the back of the net. Cooley's bump, but he got it around Monahan to the line. John Ludwig will keep it in. Here's Heller trying to get it in front for Nostroza. Kicks back and a shot by Joseph deflected wide. Joseph with 50 family and friends or so waiting to check out his game here tonight. Ludwig will send it up to center. Grabbed by Carter. He'll knock it in. Kovacevic after it. Tied up in the corner by Jansen Harkins. Over Winnipeg Jet. He tries to kick it free. And Pizzetta's there. Bumped by Carter. In comes Gruden. Now jarred loose. Ulanen's got it. Jesse Ulanen will hand it across for Kovacevic. Up to center. Pizzetta chops it in the air and he'll get it into the Penguin zone. Letang played it around for Ryan Graves, and that gets sent all the way down the ice. And that'll be an icing call against Pittsburgh.
Pizzetta does what he does best. Get in on the forecheck, finish your checks. I mean, this is a guy that knows when he's in the lineup. There is a blueprint to the type of game he plays. He brings energy, he brings physicality, and the one thing you'll never see him do is turn away from contact, because he knows that's why he's here. And you get that game from him every time he plays.
Pizzetta is second in the NHL in hits per game at 3.58 hits.
And it's not, we're not talking like earth-crushing,
get on
thundering body checks. It's finishing your man every single time, and when you play opponents, they know you're going to finish, and that sometimes gets them move the puck a little quicker than they want to, maybe make a mistake because of it.
Carter trying to work it out for Pittsburgh. He had quite a night last night at home against Arizona. The power play shorthanded goal for Pittsburgh in their 4-2 win against the Coyotes last night.
I mean, 4 goals. I mean, that's a lot for them. The 3 previous games, they only scored 1 in each of those. So that's a lot better run support for their goaltending, which has been a real plus sign for this team. At the start of the year, you know, there was some what's going to go on with Jerry and Nedeljkovic, but they have been really good.
Caulfield intercepts. He'll work it in. Dropped it off. Nick Suzuki waits along the half boards with it. Now being watched by O'Connor. Suzuki breaks free. Pass across. Trying to connect with Savard coming in. That was broken up. Turned over again. Suzuki trying to feed it back for Matheson. O'Connor got in the way. He gets knocked down. Letang's on the puck. He'll get it to center for Crosby. It's off his stick. O'Connor in along the boards. Taken away by Matheson. Mike Matheson curls back at center, and he'll wait and regroup for Montreal. Caden Gooley now back of his own net. Riley Smith loops around for the Penguins as Gooley will carry it out. Gets it up ahead for Barron. Pressured on the play by Pustonik. Now Smith trying to reach it. Gooley knocked it away. Malkin comes up with it, throws it towards the net. It's stopped in front by Barron. He'll flip it to the line. Anderson trying to get it out, can't do it. Barron this time will feed it up for Monahan. He'll try to spring Josh Anderson in on the wing. Ludwig back in the net. Wraps it around the boards, and that'll make it back down the ice. Caden Gooley will retrieve it for Montreal. And now Gooley will start out once again. Up onto the wing for Dvorak. Gains the Penguins line as Ludwig steps into Dvorak. Pass went under the skate of Dvorak, cleared out by Zohorna to center. Gallagher's there. Handing it back for Struble, who backpedals to escape the check of Lars Eller. Kovacevic up for Gallagher. That is stick checked. Canadians got it in the Penguin zone. Ludwig is on it. John Ludwig will play it to center as Hinostroza tips it in. Struble. Start out. Lays it up. Kovacevic to center. Off the skate of Carlson. That'll force Nedeljkovic out with the net. He played it up for Gensel, and here comes Sidney Crosby. Crosby across for Carlson in the middle. Gensel shot is blocked, and it's taken away. Stevens will have a little give and go with Pizzetta. Now Stevens will flip it in. Ullanen goes after the puck. Carlson in there as well, and they'll knock it free. Pizzetta trying to jump after it. Pizzetta's got it jammed up against the boards. Ullanen in to help out. Jesse Ullanen will come up with it. Ullanen trying to snap a 9-game pointless drought as Savard takes it up the line. He's in, he scores! David Savard lights the lamp, and it's 1-0 Montreal.
almost 6.5 minutes into this game, and we've mentioned David Savard's name quite a bit. Erik Karlsson has the puck. He goes to give this to Connor up the middle, up the boards, but he misses it. It comes on the inside of him. It is a rolling puck, and when you hit a rolling puck, O'Connor tries to pick it up, but he can't, but Savard holds his ground. He doesn't bail off the blue line and release when he sees O'Connor coming, and O'Connor turns to his right. Savard goes inside him, walks right in, right-hand shot. That's perfect. You're getting to look at a lot more net when you're coming in, and he picks the corner on Nedeljkovic. And the Montreal Canadiens strike first on a turnover by Erik Karlsson. Canadiens up 1-0.
First goal for David Savard since February 24th in Philly. And of 22 games without a goal, of course, with the games he missed with the injury, so that's got to feel good to get that one. Canadiens have now scored first in 11 of their 29 games.
You picture a wide receiver in football when the quarterback throws the ball just a bit behind him, how difficult that is to stop and get back. And for O'Connor, it's just too hard to get back and get that puck. And what a gutsy play by Savard to hang in there just an extra second to see what was going to come out of it. That's confidence, and he got paid back big returns.
Here's Letang back the other way for Pittsburgh. Slides it down to Riley Smith. Trying to get it in front for Malkin off his skate. Back to the goal. Smith is on it. Off the boards to the point for Letang. Had to stop it with his foot. Smith tangled up by Caden Gooley, and away with it comes Jake Evans. Up ahead for Barron. Back in the middle. Josh Anderson trying to get to it, and Letang was back. Anderson pulls it out for the feet of Letang. Malkin along the boards. Goes back to Letang in the corner. They'll send it around to Graves. It goes up the middle for Riley Smith. Now knocked into the Canadian zone by Puustinen as Valtteri Puustinen, and the rest of the Pens step off for a change.
Well, that collision in the corner, Letang getting up a little bit slow and made his way to the bench, and he's kind of collecting himself there a little bit now with Anderson.
So Hornet picks it off at center, and here comes Hinostroza with a shot right on, and it's handled with ease by Samuel Montembeault. David Savard, the opening goal of the game in Montreal to put the Canadiens out front 1-0 on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
NHL Edge IQ is powered by AWS, the official cloud infrastructure provider of the NHL. The power play had been a struggle for the Penguins going into last night's game against the Coyotes, but it wasn't from a lack of chances. In the last 14 games, they had plenty of shots coming from the high danger areas of the ice, but finally, after plenty of attempts last night, they converted on some of those chances. 2 goals coming from in tight to snap an 0 for 36 stretch. John Garrett.
Well, only 22 of the 27 games that the Pittsburgh Penguins have played in thus far, they have yet to score a power play goal in 22 of them. That is not something you hear about the Pittsburgh Penguins with some of the firepower they have on that power play. And sometimes you can have too much of a good thing, and the chemistry just doesn't figure itself out. It takes a bit of time.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that a team that has Crosby, Malkin, Karlsson, Letang would have a franchise longest power play goal drought when it comes to not scoring in power play goal in games, but that was the case. Suzuki hits it across for Savard, snaps it on net, blockered away by Nedeljkovic. Now it's Cole Caulfield on it. Caulfield hits the brakes, hands it off. Savard's got it and snapped it wide. What a chance for Savard in the slot. Matheson up with it. Matheson cutting in. Caulfield picks it up. He'll shoot. Just missed the net. Nedeljkovic might have got a piece of it with the glove. Caulfield checked by Kensel. He's after it again. Cole Caulfield trying to fight off Pettersson. Throws it on net. Nedeljkovic the save. Slavkovsky bats at it. And Alex Nedeljkovic comes up with it in the crease.
The Canadians are hunting down the loose pucks. They're winning the battles, and they're creating offense off the transition, even inside the offensive zone. Nice job by the Canadians. There's a puck that gets steered to the corner. Who gets it? Montreal Canadiens. Caulfield wins the battle. Montreal has the puck again, and this is going to set up Savard, who fell in the blue paint and was just actually getting up, trying to get back to his position. He gets a chance. Caulfield wins another battle. It's not about the size, the size of the dog. It's how much you're willing to fight. And there's Caulfield winning battles, setting up plays, and creating offense for the Montreal Canadiens, simply outworking the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know there's a line in there about the dog, but I got halfway there and then I couldn't remember the rest of it.
You had it. You had it. Not the... Oh, now you got me. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah. It seemed really good when it was in my head. But it just didn't come out of my mouth.
It always does. Here comes Lars Zeller with it. Kind of knocked off his stick at center. And big hit in between the benches as Pezzetta goes after Graves. That's going to draw some attention. And it's left a break for Gallagher down the wing. Tries to take the shot, and he had it knocked away off his stick, but he's on it again, shooting, and that just missed. Caden Gooley with it at the point. Played it across. Barron trying to chop it in. Taken away, and Puustinen will bring it back for Pittsburgh. Gooley up to Gallagher. Brendan Gallagher hits the line, left it for Dvorak. Tried to send it over to Gooley, who was following up on the play. And Malkin is on it now. Handed off at center for Joseph. Joseph got it across, snapped on net by Carlson and gloved by Samuel Montembeault. Well, Pezzetta trying to stir the pot. We'll have a look at what created that chance for Gallagher when we return to Montreal.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Michael Pezzetta stirring it up in front of the Penguins bench. And he gets the attention of a few Penguins right here. The hard hit on Graves. And then in comes Hinostroza. Zahorna. Ludwig wants to try him. And probably Smarter heads prevailed as Ludwig comes off the bench and into the pile. You better make sure the guy you changed for went off because you're not on there. And then the referee, who was thinking about coming across the ice to break it up, he gets in the way. And Gallagher gets a good offensive opportunity because the referee was kind of picking for him.
He was watching the scrum. Ghislain Barry was going to go across the ice, and then Gallagher gets the pass, and next thing you know, he's coming down the ice. Here's Letang. Played it across for Ryan Graves. Down into the corner. Caden Cooley there trying to move it. Tucked in front by Riley Smith. Off the stick of Anderson. Side of the goalie trying to stuff it back in. Montemo with the pad down. Pustinek slides it back for Letang. He'll dump it into the corner. Malkin then got his stick jammed up with Montemo. Montemo now without a stick. It's way over the hash marks here on the near side forwards. Anderson will get it out. Up to center for Monahan. And that stick's way too far away for Montemo to even try to get to. But it makes a play on O'Connor, who comes in on the wing.
Always does. The loose stick on the ice gets in the way, I bet you 90% of the time.
There's Savard's going to get his stick for him now as the Canadians dump it in.
I did that one time in Vancouver, and as I picked up the goalie stick, the puck came to me and I played it, which should have been a penalty, but the referee never called it. And I remember Vancouver losing their minds as I played the puck with the goalie.
2 sticks, yeah. Matheson holds on to it. Got it up for Slavkovsky off the stick. Crosby's there, and he'll feed it back to Carlson. Erik Karlsson plays it over on the wing, and Pettersson will bank it off the boards and in. Savard will hold on to it here, and now plays it off for Matheson with Cruden in on the forecheck for Pittsburgh. Savard got it up, and then Slavkovsky is bumped. Suzuki sends it back. It'll end up Montemo, and they'll hand it off for Struble. Struble works it up through center. Slides it over to Ullinen. Jesse Ullinen trying to get it in front. Scores! Struble has got his second in the NHL. First home goal for Jayden Struble. It's 2-0.
Gotta love it when the D-men are lighting the lamp. That's the second one tonight. Look where he starts. He's behind the net, gets his feet moving. Pittsburgh, last in, last out. Comes up the middle of the ice. He takes the ice that's given to him. Then he gets it wide to Lonan. And then he just throws it towards the net. And Struble just keeps going like he did on his goal in Buffalo. This one here, he's on the other side. But he gets a fortuitous bounce off someone's foot. It goes right over onto his forehand. And it's an easy push into the back of the net. And the Canadians, with 7:28 to go, have themselves a 2-0 lead. Love it when the D-men are scoring.
Yeah. Well, coming into tonight, almost 29% of the goals for the Canadians have come from their defense, which is the highest in the NHL, and they're boosting that percentage with their 2 goals from the blue line tonight. Here's Dvorak with it. Snips it towards it, and it's high, and it's out of play.
Download the Bet365 app.
You have got to activate your D in order to create offense, especially if you don't have a team that scores a lot of goals. You got to push it from the backside, and that's what the Montreal Canadiens have really done this year. 30.6% of their goals have come from the D, and you look at a guy getting his second goal in Struble. Lidstrom's up, and he has 3 goals. I mean, these guys in the backside aren't shy to get involved in the play and drive into the net. You have Pezzetta going to the net as well, and Struble still gets in there. And you get rewarded sometimes. I mean, yeah, it can go the other way, but you take your chances. The Montreal Canadiens did. It paid off.
And thanks to our crack staff of crew that did the math for us to add it up there and update the board for you. As Dvorak throws it in front, Armia deflects it just wide.
I'm gonna get my abacus out.
Yeah. Wasn't fast enough on the math, but they got it.
Double
Good job, Michelle. There you go. Barron Well, hand it off for Caden. Gooley settles it down, and he'll wait. Penguins get a change. Canadians do the same. Now Gooley chased out by Crosby. Took it away. Dropped it back. O'Connor's shot. Kicked out by Montembeault. Crosby scores! Sidney Crosby created the whole play, and he finishes it off with a goal, tying Paul Coffey for 14th most points.
And the Pittsburgh Dads are celebrating as they're on the board. A shot comes to the net from O'Connor, which gets blocked by Gooley. He ends up with the puck behind the net. You have got a 2-goal lead as you see the shot come through him there, and Crosby just searches it out. He searches it out and finds it. There's the near block and the save. O'Connor goes to the net, and Crosby just sits off the back of him, gets the bounce, puts it in the back of the net. If you're Gooley, you've got a 2-goal lead with 6 minutes to go in the first period. Crosby's on the ice. Simplify. Step out. Be firm with the puck. You can't hang on to it around 87. He steals a ton of pucks.
His 13th road goal this year as well. Shot here, Nedeljkovic makes the save. It's the most in the NHL. 13 of his 16 goals have come on the road for Crosby. Matheson down the wing of the corner, trying to get away from Carlson. Hands it up for Nick Suzuki. Backhand pass across, grabbed by Slafkovsky. Penalty coming up to Pittsburgh. Slafkovsky in the corner to Cole Caulfield. Back to the line, Matheson's on it. Savard to Matheson, over to Caulfield. Cole Caulfield gives it back to Savard. Hands it off for Nick Suzuki. Suzuki checked by Gensel. Got free. Slafkovsky back to the point. Matheson is on it. He'll tee it up. Nedeljkovic the save. O'Connor will touch it. And an interference call will give the Canadians the power play. Well, quite the first period. So far in Montreal, Jayden Struble made it 2-0 before Sidney Crosby gets the Penguins within 1 on Sportsnet.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Nathan MacKinnon is riding a 12-game point streak and will look to make it 13 tonight when the Avalanche hosts the Sabres. Catch it at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific on Sportsnet.
Well, the good news for the Montreal power play is Pettersson's going to go to the box. He is one of their penalty killers as he drops Caulfield at the net there, and there's your call. But they also are missing Achari. They're missing Nieto. These guys are all key to their penalty killing unit, which was doing really well until the injuries kind of crept up on them. And now Pettersson will sit for 2 minutes or less, and the Montreal Canadiens power play will go to work.
And they could use a little bit of a break to get it going. They're 4 for 41 on the power play since November 14th. That's 7.3%. Second worst power play percentage in that time, behind Pittsburgh that was at 4.9 on their long streak. Here's Matheson. Hands it off for Caulfield. Cole Caulfield back to Matheson. A drive. Nedeljkovic the save, and he'll scoop it up.
I like this shot from Matheson because if you don't take it, then the Penguins don't believe you will take it, and they'll just shut down the lanes. If you get the puck and they're not coming out to pressure, get it to the net. If there's no one in that lane, you've got bodies going there. Monahan was all over it. Nedeljkovic did a real nice job of hanging on to that.
Monahan takes a draw against Carter. Caulfield slides it back to Matheson. He'll move to the middle. Matheson fakes, hands it off for Caulfield. Back to Matheson. Over to Cole Caulfield. Caulfield to Matheson. Slafkovsky moves out. Matheson shoots. Nedeljkovic the save, scores! Sean Monahan helped it in over the line. A power play goal, and the Canadiens restore their 2-goal lead.
I cannot tell you how important it is to have people in front of the goaltender. Nedeljkovic is trying to see, and I guess Suzuki's not a big guy, but you've got to get in front of the goaltender, and he not only gets in front, but he brings the 6'6" huge apartment building Graves with him. 27 Graves moves over, and he literally screens his own goaltender. There's no way he's going to see around Graves, and it hits, I believe it hits Suzuki, and it's going into the net maybe, but Monahan makes sure, and that's the right thing to do, and the Canadiens open up another 2-goal lead on the Penguins.
9th of the year for Monahan, 5th power play goal. He had scored just in one of the past 18 games. He had those 2 goals against Seattle on December 4th, and he's got the power play goal here.
Well, in Nedeljkovic's last start in Philadelphia, he was incredible. 31 on 33. They lost it in overtime, but he was just sensational in that game, deserved better. And Jerry, you know, maybe a bit of a slow start, but really picked it up, and they're thrilled with their goaltending. But tonight, I just think Montreal's just getting too many quality chances in too many quality areas, and it makes it very difficult. Opportunistic are the Montreal Canadiens, and well-deserving of the 3-1 lead.
Jake Evans tried to find it there. He's coming off a goal against Nashville. Only goal for Montreal in that loss on Sunday. Montembeault out of the net to play the puck. It's off the back of the net. Riley Smith took it away, got it in front. Nobody there in a Penguin sweater. Evans to Monahan over the line. It's Barron dropping it. Anderson back around. Evans fired it towards the net. That one missed. Riley Smith will take it. Up through center. Pustanek dropped for Malkin. Kenny Malkin couldn't get a shot away. Pettersson at the point. Played it over to Erik Karlsson. Karlsson will shoot. It's off a stick and goes wide. Monahan gave it back for Barron. Evans up with the puck, and he'll slide it out for Kaiden Guhle. Guhle for Savard. Dvorak tips it to Armia. O'Connor shot it back. Gallagher right in on him. Brendan Gallagher slides it over to Armia. He's bumped. Dvorak there. Back to the point from Matheson. Got it across for Savard. Savard dragging the puck, trying to get around O'Connor. Matheson will dump it in. Ludwig is there. Up the wing. Crosby grabs the pass that was in behind him, and he's got it into the Canadian zone. Sidney Crosby feeds it across for Hinostroza. Back to the point. Big drive by Joseph. Blocked by Gallagher, and he'll get it out to center all the way back to the Penguins line. Hinostroza on the attack for Pittsburgh. Taken to the corner by Mike Matheson. Struble after it. Lars Eller trying to get it in front. Bouncing puck. Ullinen will skate it out. They'll say Ullinen snapping a 9-game pointless drought and an assist on the Struble goal. Kovacevic back at his own line. Turned it over. Hinostroza backhand. Montembeault with a save, and he stuck the rebound as well. Zohorna to Hinostroza. Off for Eller with a quick shot kicked out. Pezzetta ties up Eller. Hinostroza trying to knock the puck free. Kovacevic is there. Knocked over by Zohorna. Ullinen feeds it out for Kovacevic. And Kovacevic will play it back for Struble. Got it to center. Graves cuts it off. Delayed offside as Pustanen had to clear the zone for the Penguins. Kovacevic will lead it out for Montreal. Up for Struble. Trying to flip it ahead for Slafkovsky. Pustanen got his stick in the way. And now it's an offside against Pittsburgh.
Everybody blocks shot. Brendan Gallagher gets out here, and this one catches him in a real sore spot. He's able to kind of put it out of his mind for a couple of seconds, and then down the hallway you go is that throbbing, that Fred Flintstone throbbing that goes on. Another turnover by the Canadiens defense corps. Hinostroza gets an opportunity on the backhand, and then Eller moves himself out into the high slot. He gets a really good opportunity. Montembeault with the save, and Gallagher back on the bench already as he's dealt with the impact of that shot from the point.
Cooley draws for Barron. Caulfield, little chip pass for Nick Suzuki. Went to dump it in, kicks right back to Caulfield. He'll shoot. Stop made by Nedeljkovic. Riley Smith, head for Malkin. Played it across the open wing. Nobody was there in a Penguin sweater. Caulfield took it away. Suzuki for Slafkovsky. Stopped along the boards and flipped out by Carlson. It'll be an icing call.
The Rogers Wrapped in Red event is on now. Get a great deal on the Google Pixel 8 Pro, the only phone that uses custom-designed Google AI to do more, even faster.
You know you're getting the bounces when you go to dump one in hard. Watch the linesman skate. You couldn't have passed it back to himself any better. Caulfield off the linesman, right back to his stick, and scoring chance for Caulfield.
Savard snaps it towards the net. Goes wide as O'Connor is tangled up with Matheson. O'Connor trying to knock it away off the stick of Matheson. Dumped in for Jake Evans. Evans hands it off to Savard. Over to Matheson. Finds the lane, takes a shot. It's blocked, and Evans in the slot knocks it into the corner. Josh Anderson trying to come up with it. Jake Gensel will get it out. Now battles with Matheson, and he gave it away to Monahan. Monahan around the goal in front. Great chance for Anderson, and that one hit Letang. Sidney Crosby back up the ice. He'll lift it in as it skips to Montembeault. Lays it off quickly for Monahan. Under half a minute to go here in the first. Evans trying to find the puck. He'll go after it in the corner. Bumps into Hinostroza. Caulfield tangled up with Crosby. Comes back to Caden Cooley. Beats it over to Barron. Back to Caulfield over the line. Slafkovsky in with a shot. Nedeljkovic to save. Suzuki trying to settle down the rebound, and time will run out on Hinostroza, who only gets to center. And a great scoring chance in the dying seconds for Uri Slafkovsky.
Well, I heard Jamal talking about him before the game started, saying, hey, he's only got a couple. He's due for one. Well, he wasn't any more due than right here. Right near the end of the period, a few seconds left. He has a chance to put the dagger in. And that's a really big save by Nedeljkovic. Remember that save if the Penguins catch back up here.
14-10, the shots in favor of the Canadiens. And they've got the 3-1 lead through 20 minutes of play as we send it back to Carolyn Cameron.
Canadiens 2 goals from the blue line, and as we'll discuss in the dressing room, Sidney Crosby just continues to be outstanding, and so too does the youngin' in Connor Bedard. We'll break down that incredible goal from him a night ago. Montreal up 2. It's the first intermission of Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments.
After the first period of play, as we open the doors and welcome you to the dressing room. Justin, Sam, Jamal, Carolyn, back with you. David Savard, the opening goal scorer, just his first of the year in his second game back after missing 22 games. And that was it was really good effort in the first period by him, not just goal.
Yeah, and really surprising to see Montreal's D as active as they were all throughout that period. But Savard really typified that, coming out of the gates, getting involved. You know, they do have some guys, Matheson, Gooley, Bear, and Struble, that move it well. But seeing Savard come out first shift, go outside in on Ryan Graves there, you know, you're feeling it a bit. Jamal, you're saying you saw him chatting on the bench, probably telling the boys, like, find me out there. Trying to go backdoor on Sidney Crosby. He's moving, he's making there, do you think? And then eventually, Erik Karlsson, who I talked about being a great send-it player, sends it right to him in the first period there. Not often you get to skate down Broadway and just shoot it past an NHL goaltender. So pretty great return to the lineup, game 2 here for Savard.
Looks like he was with the Moncton Wildcats the way he was asserting himself way back in the day.
Okay, then there's the 22-year-old Jayden Struble.
You know, really interesting story. He's drafted out of Northeast in 2019. Mark Bergevin drafted him, but he stayed in school, and he stayed. And then Ken Hughes, with his Boston connections, ended up getting him signed because at one point they weren't sure if they were going to get him signed. So this is the type of guy that they really wanted, that good skating defenseman who moves pucks well. I love the confidence this guy plays with. Look at this. He's backing up. He's got a forechecker on him. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to pass it right in front of my own net. I know what my outlet is here. And this time, I'm just going to skate it out. So he goes up ice in a hurry. And what's impressive about this rush is he's feeling the back pressure, no problem. I'm still going to go. I'm going to take one shot here, and I'm going to stick around. And when he sticks around, he gets rewarded for it. His second goal, you know, you go back over his last couple of years between Laval and between where he was at Northeastern, this guy only had 9-10 goals. He's got 2 already this year, really asserting himself. I love it.
Yeah, he's a great skater, and obviously it looked like the Penguins were electing to be a little bit more passive on the forecheck, which was quite surprising. In fact, they spent the entire period with 4 guys in the neutral zone. And only one time it didn't work, and that's when they had Crosby chasing them down because he found a way to steal the puck.
Okay, let's get to Crosby then, because that was also, it's like what I said about Savard. That was an incredible effort and just so Crosby.
You know what? He's just a savvy player, and watch here as there literally is no one else in the picture except Crosby. All you have to do is move that puck, but Gooley decides, I'm going to take my time. Crosby surprises him with a speed attack, gets his stick out, steals the puck. Gooley breaks his stick in the process, but Crosby, the skill comes out right there. The puck is bouncing. It's actually in the air. The hand-eye coordination to understand where he is, where the goalie is, and have the skill and the wherewithal and the presence to be able to bat that in. Like unbelievable.
5 seconds. Red Rover, come on over. Like, where is everybody here?
Montreal looked so good. Pittsburgh had essentially nothing that entire period. So to have your captain go out there and get one for you, it's the only reason Pittsburgh's in this game at all.
Okay, let's go from Sid, no longer the kid, to the kid in Connor Bedard, because that was Crosby's 16th of the year. Last night, Bedard had his 12th, the opener against Edmonton. And Sam, you can start with it. It's ridiculous.
Well, here we are in Saskatoon on a Tuesday night in the Western Hockey League, and he goes up against the Blade. No, that's Stuart Skinner, NHL goalie. I mean, Calder Trophy winner from last year. What he does here is just gross. I mean, I don't know. It just defies all logic.
Yeah, well, he has to bait Ekholm, and that's Ekholm, by the way. That's not an AHL D-man. He has to wait for that stick to come in and know he's going to pull back and shoot it through that slot. So it's not just the great shot. Skinner after the game was like, yeah, I mean, it's a quick stick and a good shot, and he placed it well, and it was hard, and, he was just like out of ideas for how to stop it.
In other words, I had no chance.
To have the awareness to keep it on his backhand purposefully, to wait for, Ekholm to reach out for that, and then to reach out all in one motion, like that's a super, super intellectual hockey IQ and ability, not only to execute that, but to set it up. He did that on purpose and made Ekholm look silly. But what was Ekholm's D partner doing? Get your stick out.
Oh, he was hanging around.
Just hanging around.
There's Coach Jamal coming out.
Yeah,
a little later than usual.
He's hitting me than I do.
Yeah. Okay, something that kind of bothered me from last night was it was the Canes against the Ottawa Senators, and Brady Tkachuk, he had a penalty shot, and there's the poke check from Kochkov. And I say it with quotation marks because doesn't he just go for his legs?
So you guys don't like it that much either, right? You think, Jamal, you're not a fan?
I love the passion from Brady right here. Is it legal? Is it okay that he did this? Yes. It's a tactic that goaltenders can use. I think it was a little bit reckless. What happened if Brady instead goes into the post instead of sliding into the corner?
Yeah, I follow a bunch of goalie guys on Twitter, and they're all saying, you don't poke where the puck is, you poke where you expect it to be going.
Yeah.
And he thinks if Brady's going to stick handle around him, that's where the puck's going to be by the time he's poking it. So maybe it's a bit reckless, but I get the idea that as a goaltender, like this is a defensive play. That's where the puck is going to be going. And at the end of the day, I think Brady also, they're down 4-1 third period. He's probably a little upset, right?
I want to talk to these goalie guys.
You go over there and
goalie guys.
Like, would you want to punch him after?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm asking the wrong guy. Barney, you?
Yeah, less so. I think Kochkov's a little squirrely at times, too, in a good way. Like, he's got that same passion as Tkachuk. So I think the ref should have just let him have that.
Cece wanted to punch him. You were pretty hot.
Sam, I am peaceful. I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, I might have been yelling at the TV. Yeah, it's just not on air. Okay, that was also just a really tough game and loss for the Ottawa Senators anyway. Josh Norris, after the game, called it embarrassing. So, yes, a heated moment and a tense moment for the Ottawa Senators. Okay, Jayden Struble, as we mentioned, he has his second of the year in just his 22nd NHL game. That gets you an interview with Sean McKenzie.
Jayden, Saturday night, your first NHL goal. Here tonight, your first home goal. I'm sure when you get drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, you imagine what it's going to be like to score in this building. So how did it feel?
Yeah, unreal. I mean, the past couple games, I've always been wishing for one, just because, the atmosphere is electric. So, yeah, it was good to get it, and it lived up to the expectation.
This morning you talked saying it would be a little special to play against guys like Sidney Crosby, but you have to go out there and treat it just like any other game. I'm curious, though, is it a bit of a strange feeling when you look up and you see Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin or Erik Karlsson?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's like words can't describe it, just seeing those guys on the ice. But obviously, yeah, you got to treat it like any other game. But it is it's a really special moment just sharing the ice with them.
Thanks so much for the time, Jade.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. So real, eh? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And your team's up 3-1 after 20.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the
The Big Board presented by Bet365.
That was
Ducks, Islanders on Long Island.
Go down.
Midway through the first period.
Zika's going down.
Puck in front and a bit of a scramble. Where is it? It's in the back of the net from Mike Riley. But does it count? It's under review.
A little bit of a side kick outside heel there.
That's a goal.
Right here, is it directed with the skate?
Oh, that's a
yeah.
kick.
Oh, Jeremy. I think they'll count it. I think they'll count
Jump
it.
the gun, Jeremy. That's a kick. That's a
He
kick.
can claim he's stopping.
Oh, there's a stick underneath it, though.
He was trying to kick the stick.
Okay. Stay tuned to find out in the second intermission. Oh, wait, here it goes.
Here we go.
It was determined that there was goaltender interference.
What?
Playing the rebound.
Oh, my goodness. What a ride that was.
Thanks for joining us on that roller coaster.
Seriously. Anyway, Sabres and Avs tonight. Eric Johnson, he spent 13 seasons and won a cup in Colorado, makes his return as a member of the Sabres tonight at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. The Big Board presented by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Wow, the high of that video review. Now, back to the game. Second period coming up after Sidney Crosby just showing off his hand-eye coordination. Oh, the
live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library.
Winners, and you could unlock exclusive offers and Scene Plus prizes. Plus, a shot for your family to win big. Download the Sobeys app today to start playing. Sobeys, official grocer of the NHL.
Welcome back to Montreal, where the Habs leading the Penguins as we get you set for the beginning of the second period. Now, when you hear Martin St. Louis talk hockey, it's clear he sees the game in a different way, a very smart, intelligent way. So just how smart is he? Well, let's hear from Brendan Gallagher pregame on the topic.
He thinks the game better than any one of us, so he always opens your mind up. And
we had the pleasure to talk some hockey with St. Louis this morning, specifically about Juraj Slafkovsky and why St. Louis believed the best place for him always was in the NHL. He says his size and strength allowed him to really handle the league and everything that comes with playing in the NHL. He likened it to an MLB hitter, saying sometimes you just have to stand in on some major league pitches, maybe you whiff on a few, but eventually you'll get a few foul balls, you'll get your bat on the ball, you'll build your confidence, and eventually you'll know that this is where you belong. Guys?
Oh, you know, I couldn't agree more. I think they're moving him onto the line with Suzuki and Caulfield is a great confidence builder for him, and it's not like you're saying, hey, you're gonna score 30 goals, but you're seeing him dig, you're seeing him battle. He had a scrap in Buffalo. He's being hard to play against. He's dogging down pucks. He's getting chances. So these are all positive things, and eventually his touch will come. If it's going to come, it will come. But more than anything, his size and balance has gotten better. In his first year, he fell down a lot. He was struggling in battles and balance. I think that's getting better, and it shows up in his game. Definitely, you got to believe they're handling it in the best way possible here. And certainly he's growing.
St. Louis definitely has that belief that will come with him. And using that baseball analogy, saying last year never really got the bat on the ball much, maybe a few foul tips. Now he's making contact and a couple singles, maybe a double here and there, and it's all building and coming together. Here's Hinostroza after the puck for Pittsburgh. Throws it around the board. Slafkovsky there waiting for it. Got it out at center. Went under the foot of Cole Caulfield. Letang backs up with it.
I also add the comments, Sean McKenzie talked about in the opening, you can't use. 3 or 4 years down the road, they are going to be extremely patient.
Henderson with a shot that goes wide. Carlson with a drive right on, and Montembeault has got it.
Carlson always dangerous when he walks down on his forehand side because he loves the slap pass. You never quite know, and actually guys do seem to know more now because he doesn't really shoot it to the net very often. And on the power play, it's one of those things I think he's got to do more often to set up the slap pass that he has. Comes up the wall here. Normally he was one of these big back scratching fake slappers, and then he looks for a stick off the side. But that one there, he decides to put on the net. I think the more he shoots the puck on the net, the more it's going to open up that slap pass, which he's so good at. One thing the Penguins are learning, he passes the puck extremely firm, hard, and even Sidney Crosby has talked about it, that you really got to be paying attention when Carlson gives you a pass.
Here's Riley Smith out to center for Malkin. Kenny Malkin dumps it off into the corner. Boosted in after the puck. Worked around the boards. Pettersson at the point they're waiting for it. Riley Smith tracks it down off to Malkin. Picked up by Smith. Goes high. Carlson shot off the leg of Monahan, and it will come to center. Carlson forced back into his own zone by Monahan. Plays it up for Marcus Pettersson. Now watched by Josh Anderson. Carlson takes his time with it. Played it off for Pettersson. Up the middle, and Zohorna will angle it in. Jumps over the stick. Montembeault thrown in front of Barzal going to the net. Armia round to Kaden Guhle. Up into the skates of Dvorak, and he'll knock it out at center. Armia settles it down, and he'll slide it in deep, trying to catch up to it now with Ludwig in his way. Knocked loose by Joseph. Eller puts it into the Canadian zone as Drew O'Connor is on it. He's met by Struble. O'Connor to the point. Sean Ludwig hands it out for Joseph. Back for Ludwig with a shot. O'Connor can't get the shot away in the slot. Tied up by Struble. The penalty coming up here. This will be an interference call against Kovacevic.
Jackpot City. Casino games perfectly made for you.
To the left of Montembeault, Radim Zohorna and Kovacevic go in a little battle against the wall, and I'm not sure what happens right there. I almost think he just kind of fell down. He called it interference. He did kind of maybe clip him with his stick, But that wasn't the call. I think they were looking more at an interference call, which I think was more just a, two guys running into each other. Didn't see much there at all. And the Penguins will go on the power play, which has been something crazy to watch. I mean, if you see the talent that's on this power play and the struggles that it has had, but it did strike twice at home the other night versus the Arizona Coyotes. The fathers are in town, so maybe the dads are bringing them a little luck on the PP, because they can certainly use it.
Crosby won the draw, got it to Carlson. Carlson throws it towards the net, and it's above by Montembeault.
And it's not like with the experiment with Erik Karlsson, you can just go, okay, well, we're going to put Letang back on the #1 unit, and we're going to use Erik Karlsson to kill penalties. This is a decision that you made, and you've got to stick with it. Letang is playing a ton of minutes still. He's just playing different kind of minutes, and you got to give the green light to Erik Karlsson. You got to give this some time, and that's exactly what Coach Sullivan is doing. But it does need to get going. It can win them hockey games, and they need to win games.
Savard got it around the boards. Gensel kept it in. Here's Malkin. Evgeny Malkin to Sidney Crosby. Back for Malkin. To the point. Fired on net by Karlsson. Montembeault the save. Gensel trying to play it. Picked up by Savard and clears it. David Savard with 4 shots in the first period for the Canadiens, by the way. Tied for the most in a period in his career. He did it 6 times in his career with the Blue Jackets. Tonight, the first time member of the Canadiens. Matheson will leave it. Malkin's there. Swung it back around to the point. Boosted it. Trying to get it back for Crosby. And it's picked up by Matheson. It cleared down the ice. Nedeljkovic will leave it for Erik Karlsson. Karlsson drops it back for Riley Smith. Stanley Cup champion with the Vegas Golden Knights. And Smith goes after the puck. Tangled up with Gouli back of the net. Comes off the side of the goal. Nick Suzuki has got it, and he'll send it down the ice.
Well, Malkin kind of thinking the puck was going to squirt out on the board side. He kind of leaned into the boards, and the puck came out behind him. There's a break certainly there for Montreal.
Letang drops it off to Lars Eller. Now Riley Smith with it. Plays it over to Hinostroza. Back for Smith out of his reach. Gouli around the boards. Stopped by Carter. Letang with it. Letang being watched by Armia. Plays it up for Hinostroza. Got it back. Letang to Smith. Riley Smith down in tight for Carter. Throws it on net. Montembeault with the save. And Barron will come up with it and ice it. Quick pass by Nedeljkovic. He connects with Hinostroza. Hinostroza center. Carter stopped by Montembeault. Eller trying to get it to the net. Can't do it. And too many men on the ice is the call here.
Pittsburgh's only got 4 guys on the ice. So it's got to be Montreal, because Pittsburgh doesn't even have enough guys. And we'll watch the changing going on, and 3 come over, and then 1 decides to stay. And that's because the play turned over by Nedeljkovic. So instead of continuing the change, Barron comes back onto the ice. Hinostroza to Carter, who had himself a power play goal the other night. He nearly had another one there driving to the net. And good heads-up play by Nedeljkovic. You see the change going on, the wholesale change. We're in the second period. It is a longer change for the Montreal Canadiens, and Nedeljkovic puts it right on the tape of Hinostroza. And great transition, and that's a good save by Montembeault to keep the 3-1 lead. And now Kovacevic with 1 second left on the clock, so Crosby knows a 1 draw here will give them opportunity with a 2-man advantage for a couple of seconds before Kovacevic gets into the play.
So yeah, the face-off, the big key to this play. And Crosby will line up against Jake Evans. And it's Crosby that won it. Boosted it. Back to the point for Karlsson. Slides it over to Malkin. And getting Malkin. Now Karlsson shooting. Montembeault the save. Rebound cleared away from the slot. Karlsson hustling after it. Evans trying to get to it. Kovacevic will. He'll backhand it down the ice.
Well, Sidney Crosby did his job. He won the face-off to push it in on the wall. That's as good as you can get. Back to Karlsson. Sets up a pretty good chance.
Crosby chips it in. Matheson got it for Evans, and he'll carry it. Nedeljkovic Leaves it for Carlson. Erik Karlsson up to center. Will ring it in around the boards. Puustinen trying to get there. Matheson after it. Mitchell Stevens trying to tie up Puustinen in the corner. Everyone's going to pile in here. Savard's lost his stick. Battles with Malkin. Still jammed up. Finally comes free. Gensel's got it. Jake Guentzel played it across for Crosby. Back to Guentzel. Scores! Jake Guentzel wires it home. Power play goal for Pittsburgh, and they're within one.
Well, the power play goal again for the Penguins. That will continue to build confidence for this team. I think the smart play, they win the battle out of the corner, okay? Watch Jake Guentzel. He is the last man. You got 4 Penguins below the goal line. So Jake Guentzel is the only guy back. Crosby gives it to him. If he gets this shot blocked, Montreal's gone. So he doesn't shoot it. He waits for Crosby to come out the other side of the net right there. And Crosby, I mean, that's a little pitch and catch. He puts it right into Guentzel's wheelhouse, and he lets it rip, and Savard doesn't like it, but well set up by Guentzel to Crosby, back to Guentzel, and only a 1-goal lead now for the Canadiens. 14-19 to go here in the second period.
Guentzel had 2 goals against Arizona last night. He's got at least 1 point now in 23 of his 28 games. Can make that 12 points in the last 8 games against Montreal with his 7th goal against the Canadiens in that stretch. As Letang will snap it in on net.
And could you say he does it quietly? I mean, he's so unassuming on the ice that he just pops up in all the right areas at the right time. That's what makes him great. I mean, he's a great player.
Suzuki. Backhand pass to the point for Kovacevic. His shot off the leg of Zahorna. Picks right over to Nick Suzuki. He'll feed it back for Struble. Broken up by O'Connor, and that'll force Nick Suzuki back into his own zone. Cole Caulfield. Played it back for Kovacevic. Donovan Kovacevic holds on to it. Canadians get a change on the forward. Struble up with a puck. Hands it off for Kovacevic. It's to the red line. Went to dump it in. Ullinen stopped it at the point. He's checked by Carter. Ludwig goes after him. Taken away by Pezzetta. Pezzetta cut off by Joseph. Ullinen trying to go back down low for Pezzetta. And runs into Joseph as Barron will track down the rolling puck. Snaps it around the glass. It kicks to center. Ullinen trying to play it back, came in over the line, and that will be blown down. Jake Guentzel with a power play goal for Pittsburgh. It's 3-2 Montreal on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Well,
Well, the Penguins have pulled within one, much to the enjoyment of the Penguins' dad. Yes, it's the dad's trip, and the Bell Center always a great stop for the dads. And when you're in Montreal, you got to go hit a couple of the tourist sites like Mont Royal. I took a walk around earlier today, and I know that it was a little windy, a little breezy. I'm sure they threw the jackets on right after this moment, but a great photo and a great time for the dads to come see their kids play here at the Bell Center, guys.
Well, that's one of the things that the teams do now that didn't happen in my era of playing the game. And I think it's awesome. They mean so much to getting here that it's so nice to pay that back a little bit. I think the teams do a wonderful job with it.
That's a great spot for photos up on the lookout on the mountain. There's a long pass for Sidney Crosby at center. Crosby trying to track the puck down. 2-point game tonight for Crosby. So now he's within 1 point of tying Mark Recchi. Here comes Monahan in front. Anderson with a chance. 1 wide, 2 wide. Evans tries to swipe at it. Another shot by Anderson. It goes wide. Crosby down in front. He's slow to get up. Here's Matheson. Plays it over to Monahan. Anderson with it, shooting Nedeljkovic to save. Evans back to the point for Monahan. Over to Matheson. Savard with it. Dumps it out for Evans. Monahan in the corner up high to Matheson. Matheson with a shot off the leg, hits the glass. Anderson has got it. Josh Anderson stops, looks to the net, fires it towards the goal. Hopped over the stick of Matheson. Savard from the point, dumped it in. Went off the stick of Graves. Monahan waiting, hangs on to it. Does not elect to shoot. He'll make the pass to Josh Anderson. Over to Mike Matheson. Matheson gets around a sliding Crosby. Matheson comes out in front. His shot got blocked. Letang trying to take it away. Crosby up the boards. Monahan kept it in. Monahan with it now. Trying to play it, lost it. Hinostroza racing after it. Barron gets back to knock it away at the end of a long shift for the Penguins. 1:40. They were stuck out. Right here. Now Dvorak racing after it. Dvorak bumped by Carlson. Barron from the line with a drive right on, and Nedeljkovic makes the save.
A plethora of chances for the Montreal Canadiens. It starts with a rink-wide pass that bounces over Letang's stick. Monahan decides to throw it out in front. Anderson gets a couple of whacks at it. Evans comes in, and after he spins around, he literally whacks Crosby right in the face, turning around right there. That's a missed call. Down goes Crosby. He laid on the ice for a couple of seconds. He did get up, blocked the shot, finished the shift, but definitely a missed call on the high stick by Evans. But how many chances the Montreal Canadiens had there to add to their lead, and Nedeljkovic does a nice job of keeping that puck out of the net.
Barron lays it up for Nick Suzuki, dropping it out for Slafkovsky. Juraj Slafkovsky to the point for Barron. Comes all the way around to Cooley. Caden Cooley to Nick Suzuki behind the net. Back to the point for Cooley. Slides it over to Barron. Got it indeed. Pettersson's there. Up the wing, and it's picked up as Riley Smith will get it out to center. Try to feed it back for Carlson. Knocked away before he could make a play. Caulfield tried to connect with Barron. Broken up by O'Connor. Drew O'Connor racing after it. Holding on. Good defensive play by Caden Cooley to knock it off his stick. Now it's free. Joseph jumps on it. Diving across is Barron to break up the play. Malkin at center drops it off for Zohorna. He'll carry it in right in Zohorna. Draws a penalty. Cooley takes him to the boards. Baylor trying to center in front. Picked off by Nick Suzuki, and the Penguins will go back to the power play here on a hooking call. Juraj Slafkovsky will go to the box as he gets the stick in on Zohorna, and a 3-2 Montreal lead on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Hockey Night in Canada this Saturday, 6:30 Eastern, starting with Hockey Central. Then we've got the Penguins and the Maple Leafs on Sportsnet Ontario and CBC. The Islanders here in Montreal to take on the Canadiens on Sportsnet East and City TV. And the Avalanche are in Winnipeg to face the Jets on Sportsnet West and Sportsnet 360. A big slate of Saturday night games. And a big power play here for the Penguins. Trying to even this game up. As Crosby will take the draw against Evans. They're going to do it over again here. Crosby won the draw. Carlson at the line, hands it off for Crosby. Trying to play it in front. Gensel is there. It's knocked loose. Armia can't get it out on the first attempt. Now he goes the other way, and he's got the open lane, and he'll clear it down the ice. Nedeljkovic set it up for Carlson. Malkin with it through center. He'll flip it in. Crosby after the puck. Around the boards. Fired back in by Puustinen as Gensel got it to Carlson. Met by Jake Evans. Penguins control it. Valtteri Puustinen up for Malkin. Malkin over to Crosby. Back to the line for Carlson. Off to Sidney Crosby. He'll shoot. Scores! Puustinen deflects the shot from Crosby. A power play goal, and the Penguins have tied it at 3. Or was it Malkin maybe that touched it last? It hit somebody on the way to the net.
Well, he's going through the handshake line first, so I would say it's probably, you are correct, as it's going to go off somebody, but I don't think it's Malkin.
No, I think it was Puustinen that touched it.
Yeah, it's in the high slot. Good job. Carlson drags everybody over, and because he's unloaded a few pucks, Evans has to respect that. Then it's dropped to Crosby, and he's firing this thing. I think he's looking at going high glove side. He's looking high glove side. He's got Gensel in front of the net, and I think it goes off Puustinen and right into the net, or Matheson. One of those two guys.
Matheson, yeah.
And we're going to find out in a minute here, but good setup by the power play again, and the Pittsburgh power play now 4 goals in its last 2 games, and that's exactly what the doctor has ordered. And what Coach Sullivan's going to be thrilled about is this power play starting to get in its legs underneath him again.
They're saying Puustinen, so we'll go with that until notified otherwise.
I didn't think I saw Malkin, but he was first through the line. I'm thinking, okay, maybe
he's trying to steal the thunder, because that's Puustinen's first NHL goal.
Exactly.
What are you doing going to the line first? The kid's got his first marker in the NHL. You're stealing the thunder.
Well, nice job by Carlson to really sell the shot, and then he drops it to Sidney Crosby, who works himself up high to kind of find a bit of a quiet zone that Savard won't go up till. And then there's the shot there. Now, it goes off the right glove of Puustinen, or it goes off the arm of Matheson.
I think it's Matheson by his reaction.
Yeah,
so
you might be right.
So Malkin then stole the celebration of a Crosby goal in Montreal, his second of the night.
One way or another, he's just wrong.
Yeah. And now it is officially Sidney Crosby's goal. So a 2-goal night for Sidney Crosby. Here's Nick Suzuki trying to get it back down low for Slafkovsky, broken up. So 2 goals for Crosby. He's now passed Patrick Marleau for sole possession of 23rd most goals in NHL history. moving up the charts tonight on a couple accounts. He also ties Mark Recchi for 12th in NHL all-time points. 1,533. Here comes Gruden. Drops in front. Joseph with a chance. Knocked away by Gouli. Caulfield tried to play it. Lost an edge, but he got it out. Slafkovsky at center with it. Hands it off for Nick Suzuki.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Bartz. I think he's going to pass a few more people before he's done.
Oh, yes. Joe Thornton next on the list. Sixth back of Thornton for 12th. All-time NHL points for Sidney Crosby. Anderson for Monahan. Sean Monahan. Circles around with it. Goes to the point. Savard shot tipped wide. Monahan stops. Turns away. Played it in front of and shot. Was stopped by Nedeljkovic. Savard hands it up for Struble, throwing it towards the net. It's blocked. And now Smith will get to center and dumps it in. Here's Hinostroza. Chops it towards the net. Knocked down by Montembeault. Vinny Hinostroza played it off for Crosby. Crosby back to the point. Carlson shooting. And it's stopped by Montembeault, and he'll hold on.
Well, Montreal giving up two-goal leads so far in this one, and down low, Monahan jams the brakes on, then he finds Evans right out in the high slot. A lot of Penguins down, enough people there to cover that area, but Evans finds the soft spot in there, and Monahan does a nice job of laying it right on his stick. Evans has been a guy in the last 6 games, has been pretty productive. He's got himself a goal and 3 assists. Scored the other night in Nashville. Great little utility player for the Montreal Canadiens.
Puck fired on net. Stop made by Montembeault off the shot from Gensel. Goes to the slot looking for this one, but it gets flipped into the seats and out of play.
Sidney Crosby's got himself a 3-point night, a couple of goals. Has he had a hat trick? Yes, he has against the Montreal Canadiens. You got to go back to October of 2009. And he lit the lamp 3 times in that one. He always seems to have a flair for the dramatics, especially when he's in Montreal. I remember his very first game here. He knocked the water bottle off the top of the net.
He's been on a tear against the Canadiens as of late as well. That's 13 points in his last 14 games against the Canadiens.
I realize,
has points in 11 of the last 14 games against them. It's 22 points he has in that stretch. He's got so many, you lose the math.
There's so many, you look at McKinnon and what he's done and the Cup in Colorado. You look at Connor McDavid and what he's done in Edmonton and Dreiss, all these guys, young guys coming along. Connor Bedard on his way, but boy, Sidney Crosby, so worth the price of admission and the way he plays, the 200-foot game, great in the face-off circle, real great team leader, practices hard, plays hard.
Riley Smith hands it off. Here's Malkin back in the net. Throws it up high to Carlson with a shot that was stopped. Riley Smith back to Carlson. Tees it up again. Tipped in front. Hits a body and it's taken away by Kovacevic. The center for Dvorak. Tries to go around Carlson. Put it off the outside of the post. Nick Suzuki on it. To Juraj Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky trying to feed it over to Barron, who was sneaking in. Now a breakaway pass for Malkin, but Gouli cut across at center to intercept. And the Canadiens get called for an offside. Sidney Crosby having himself a bit of a night with lots of time left in Montreal. What are we going to see next from the kid?
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
It was a really cool moment last night in Pittsburgh with Sidney Crosby taking the opening faceoff against Logan Cooley. It's cool because it wasn't long ago that Cooley, a Pittsburgh native, grew up playing in the Little Penguins program that Crosby started all the way back in 2008. Now, we know that Crosby's had a massive impact on hockey in Pennsylvania, but it's really special to see the result of it. And Cooley probably won't be the first nor the last NHLer coming to that Little Penguins program, guys.
You're not winning it, son. Hey, I don't care how big a moment this is for you. I'm winning this face-off. Welcome to the National Hockey League. He's going to be a really great player, and that's a moment, boy. You can imagine how nervous he was.
Well, Crosby is a little old to be the kid, but still plays like a kid, and now the impact he's making for the kids. Coming all the way up to the NHL.
I was brought up on the South Shore of Montreal. I remember my first game at the Montreal Forum.
This Slavkovsky back for Nick Suzuki. He'll curl back with it. To the point. Savard in front. Redirected by Caulfield and wide as Letang will get it around the glass and out. Gensel over the line. Snaps it off the goal post. Hinostroza with it. He'll shoot. Montembeault the save, and he holds on.
For 42 years, Esso has supported minor hockey players through the Esso Medals program. Learn more at essomedals.com.
Well, not even a shot on net, but Crosby almost had his fourth point as Gensel fires this through traffic, catches the left post. I mean, this is a goal scorer, and that's a goal scorer shot right there. Didn't miss by much. I was just mentioning my first game in the Forum. I mean, it was like incredible. I don't even remember it. It was like a blur the whole game. It was just so incredible to step on the Forum ice and actually be playing in a game, something that I watched so many times as a child and a hockey fan growing up. And I can't imagine what it would be like facing off against Sidney Crosby in Pittsburgh, where you're from. I mean, that's just a great story for everyone to hear. And what a great pairing those two have become, Gensel and Crosby. I mean, they're just frickin' frack. They just know where they're going to be. And you think it's easy. Oh, anyone could play with Sidney Crosby. That is the farthest thing from the truth. Great player, yeah, anyone, but can someone understand him, know where to go on the ice, and not be taken back by him? Just be a hard-working guy like Gensel is. He's a smart player, and he knows how to play with 87, and they have been put together some kind of chemistry in Pittsburgh.
Here's Letang, up for Malkin. Malkin's pass off his stick, kicks around to Puustinen. Back in front, Riley Smith with a quick shot right on. Then Montembeault makes the save on.
Well, Pittsburgh starting to get their skating legs underneath them more in the second period. The first period, they were standing around a lot watching. Malkin goes to pass this through and catches somebody's skate or stick, and Puustinen gets it. And as he comes around the net, once again, Montreal's got lots of numbers back. Everyone is watching the puck. Only one person can play the puck. You know, everyone else has to go, okay, where is he going to go with it? And that's the red flag. You got to cover the people that he's looking to pass with. He's not going to score from back there, not very often. But I'll tell you what, where Riley Smith was, you can score from.
Armia will play it in. Joseph after it. Off the boards. Gruden dropped it back, and Jansen Harkins will get it out. Gallagher's there, sending it back for Barron. Up to Armia, who tips it in. Ludwig after it. Dodged the check from Gallagher. Now Armia stopped it on the boards. Dvorak trying to get it back down low for Gallagher, but the Penguins clear it out. Justin Barron up for Armia. Enters the Pittsburgh zone, lifts it into the corner. Runs into Joseph. Cleared out off the boards by Gensel. Dvorak trying to hold back Crosby at center. Gensel played it up for Hinostroza. Hinostroza throws it in front. Comes all the way back to the point. Graves is there. Down into the corner, Savard hands it off for Mike Matheson. And he'll flip it out to center, knocked down by Crosby. Came back for Gallagher. Tried a cross-ice pass for Savard. Broken up by Pittsburgh. Gensel left it. Crosby trying to throw it towards it. Goes off the leg of Savard. Got it around the boards for Letang. Back of the net to Crosby. Hopped over his stick. Hinostroza picks it up. Benny Hinostroza trying to work it back into the corner. Now he's after it again. Tangled up with Monahan. Graves with a punt. Slides it over for Letang. Gensel out from the corner. Played it across. Letang picks it up. Letang in front. Gensel whacks at it. Side of the net. Hinostroza couldn't get to it. Dvorak diving. He'll get it to center. No further. Canadians now stuck out on a long shift here. Getting up to about 2 minutes in length as Gallagher will clear it out. And it rolls back in with Letang. Taking it around behind his own net. Lars Eller up for O'Connor. Barron tried to stop it. Montembeault plays it for Jake Evans. Now picked up by Barron. He'll lead the rush for Montreal. Over the line. Hands it off for Monahan. Drops. Evans trying to get a shot away, and he had it knocked off his stick. Monahan's been stuck out now for a while as well. Caden Cooley after the puck. Comes around the wing. O'Connor dumps it off into the corner. Caden Cooley trying to play it. Lars Eller on him. Pedersen feeds it across. Carlson tried to set it up for Lars Eller. Went off his stick side of the net. Barron checked by Riley Smith. Caden Cooley in to take it. Anderson poked it back for Cooley. Turned over. Riley Smith in front. Can't get a shot. Jake Evans will lift a high backhand into the Penguin zone. Canadians get a change. Monahan steps off after a shift that's just shy of 2 minutes. Here's Kovacevic. Jonathan Kovacevic can't get by Malkin. Now he needs some help. Dooley's there. Fired it out to center. Off the foot of Slavkovsky. Good job angling that one. And Nedeljkovic will leave it for Joseph. Played around off the stick of Smith and down the ice. Matheson on it in the corner. Works it up the boards with Hinostroza on top of him. Taken away. Malkin tried to center. Kovacevic will come up with it and backhand it down the ice. This will be an icing call against the Canadians. The Grand Slam of curling season continues with the WFG Masters. This major tournament features 16 of the top men's and women's teams from around the globe. Coverage starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on Sportsnet. Crosby out to take the draw against Nick Suzuki. Carlson for the point. Played it back to the net. Now it's Gensel that grabs a loose puck to the point for Letang. Letang over to Gensel with a shot that goes wide. Carlson down low. Pulled out for the corner by Hinostroza. Comes to the point and now Carlson forced back at center. Caulfield intercepts. Hinostroza took it back. 4 seconds to go in the period. Hinostroza will backhand it in wide. Gensel's got it. Throws it across. Hinostroza shoots. And it goes off the leg of Carlson and in, but the siren had gone first. Tried to celebrate to sell it. The dads think maybe, but time expired before that went in.
Oh, an icing call. Guys a bit tired, and then Sullivan comes out with the Crosby line. They're arrested. He gets them back on the ice. 30 seconds. Crosby wins the draw, and it leads to this puck coming across and glancing in off 87 into the net, but the zeros are on the board. So he'll have to settle for 3 points at this juncture of the game instead of 4. Still celebrating, though.
It would have been the hat trick, but not yet. But still another 20 minutes to go in this one. It's a wild night. It's 3-3, and Crosby's putting on a show in Montreal. No surprise with that, Carolyn.
Got at least 20 minutes to go. Coming up in the second intermission of Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey, 2 power play goals for the Pittsburgh Penguins has this game tied, but the panel still sees some room for improvement. Speaking of which, Sam will digest how Slavkovsky is playing tonight. It's all Crosby. 3 points on 3 goals for the visitors.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports.
Crosby with his 16th and 17th and almost 18th if he had a few more seconds in that second period. Sam, Justin, Jamal back with me. So 4 power play goals over the last 2 games, and there's still a period to be played. So logic would say the Penguins have figured this power play out, but we're going to start with the bad news, Jamal.
Oh, and why am I always bringing the bad? Because I can't help myself. But
Coach
for me,
Jammer.
it's the fact that they're not getting clean entries. In fact, 29th in the league as it stands right now on the ability to enter the zone. With the roster that they have, why is this happening? Well, we're going to show you how and why it's happening. At the end of the day, you do the bump back to create speed with 2 guys coming up the ice. But when those 2 guys are not connected and they're spread out, you cannot create a 2-on-1 at the blue line. So you're not able to enter cleanly. When you do come with those 2 guys and you elect not to use him and use the guy out to the wing, he's standing still. So again, you've got to bump it in and you're not coming in with possession. So they've got to clean up these entries. I know they've had success on the power play tonight. It's the reason why they tied this game up. And they're that good, but this is to me a fixable element for the power play that if they fix, they could be lethal going forward.
It's actually one of those things where you have so many good players, you just think, well, we'll give it to a good player and he'll get it sorted out, right? But that's not the reality. You'd rather have 5 plumbers who are in the right positions and coming up the ice together, isolate someone and make a play. All those guys are on their own. Because when they do get in the zone, they're still really good. And, you know, we've seen that tonight. They're able to take advantage of missed plays. Malkin gets Savard's stick, and all of a sudden Montreal scrambling to get back in position. Biggest thing is guys in front of the net for me on their power play. Sometimes you do have to simplify. It sounds like a good old Canadian hockey thing, but look in front of the net. There's a guy in front of the goaltender. There's a high tip. There's layers. There's traffic. You have the extra guy. You can afford to do these things. So, you know, not every team gets to be the Tampa Bay Lightning or the Edmonton Oilers and zing, zing, zing. Even though these guys have the talent to do it, sometimes you just simplify and it works out for you.
What should Slafkovsky do to try and improve?
Oh, it's really, really interesting stuff. And I think they consistently are going through video with him about what he's trying to do. And in the first period, we saw him be real engaged. He was around the net front, using his big body. And of course, we know he has skill. He has all of these things, but he is a fascinating study. All right, we'll throw a little bump here, no problem. How about this play here? Good shot on goal towards the end of the first period. Is unable to complete. I'd like to see a little more urgency, maybe take it to the net. This puck rims around, he kind of lets it go by him. Here, same sort of thing on the entry, and he gets his stick out, and it's a penalty called. Here, he's going back towards his own zone, backhand pass, where are you going with it? Gets manned up here by Letang. So lots of little things in Slafkovsky's game that you can see that as he starts to get that man strength. Let's not forget, guys, he's still only 19. And yes, he's 6'3" and he's over 200 pounds, but he's 19. He is nowhere near his man strength yet, and you can see how he gets bumped off of pucks. But would you like to see him be a little bit more urgent, a little bit more engaged? Sure you would. There's a long way to go for this guy, though, but there's been some good moments, too.
Get to the inside, use your big frame to bring bodies to you. Like you said, he's a big guy, but if he's going to play on the outside and want to dipsy-doodle, make seam passes, to me, that's not his game. His skill will be more effective if he gets to the inside.
And I do wonder, you see a guy like Quinton Byfield, who's a big body and kind of getting it figured out this year. Lafreniere takes some time, but, sometimes it takes a little while to come along. So I appreciate the Canadians for giving him opportunities and sticking with him.
19. He's 19.
Yeah, he's
That's true.
A child.
Crosby's a little bit more north than that, and here he is with Sean.
Sydney, after an 0 for 36 stretch in the power play last night, you guys you have 2 power play goals here tonight. Just what's been different?
Just simplifying pucks going in for us. We got a couple of bounces, which is nice, but I think structurally we're a little bit in better spots for each other and supporting the puck. And even though those first couple weren't pretty, when we did settle it down, we had some good looks.
In your experience, what does it take for a team to find that night in, night out consistency and string some wins together?
Oh, it's so many things. Obviously, special teams, like we talked about, the power play. But it's everything. Just, trying to, cut down on goals against, give yourself a chance every night where you don't got to score, 4 and 5 to win games. So, I thought we tightened up a lot more there in the second, and Ned made some big saves.
Sydney, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Sean, thanks very much. So tied at 3 in Montreal. Coming up after the break, we'll do a tour surrounding New York, Long Island, and New Jersey. Highlights coming up.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30
clothing provided by Jack Victor.
Bruins, Devils in Jersey. Late first period. James Van Riemsdyk shot stopped. Morgan Geekie puts in the rebound on the day that his little brother Connor's named to Canada's World Junior team.
Get to the net.
NHL worst 20th opening goal allowed by Jersey. Wow. Ugh. That's not good. Ducks, Islanders, the roller coaster from our first intermission. Mike Riley shot his stop, puts in his own rebound. We thought it looked like a kick, but it turns out it was goaltender interference.
Yeah, I thought that the whole time. No goal.
Yeah, you saw it. We gotta check the tape on that.
Flip-flop.
Anyway, we don't have time. Let's move on. Second period, Brock Nelson feeds Kyle Palmieri.
What a shot.
It's 1-0 Islanders with his 9th of the year. And then more from the Islanders. Casey Cizikas.
No. What a pass back.
Been there for 100 years.
5th of the year, and here, Anaheim power play. Still in the second. Oh, wow.
Just like I planned it.
Right, Terry. I thought that was going to be a pass. 2-1 Islanders in the second. For 2 weeks with Ken Novanko, we were talking about Shohei Ohtani, and now we can all move on.
Way to bring it up, Carolyn.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I regret it.
It's not very depressing right now. We do have baseball news in a second, but first we're going to start with basketball.
First with the Raptors. Getting familiar with the Hawks over these next couple of days. Atlanta in town tonight, and also playing against Toronto on Friday. So let's start with tonight. Can't really get to tomorrow's or Friday's game. First quarter, Pascal Siakam drives, takes contact, but still banks it in, plus the foul. Raptors by 6. Second quarter, Jakob Poeltl lobs it up to Siakam, finishes the alley-oop. 2 of his 24 points in the half. Yeah, he had a big one. The Raps, though, down by 2 at the break. If you want to watch this game, you can do so on Sportsnet 1. They're now leading.
Okay, get ready. We're going to do this again. According to MLB insiders John Heyman and Bob Nightingale, Blue Jays and Cubs are the 2 most likely landing spots for free agent Cody Bellinger. 2019 National League MVP. Nice season last year. 307, 29 home runs, 96 RBI. He's reportedly seeking a 10-year, $250 million deal. Why are we putting that out there, Carolyn? Just to get everybody's hopes all pumped up again. That's what we do.
Well, we need to have some hope, right?
You can't talk about hope. You've never seen Shawshank Redemption.
Over here. Okay.
Until you see Shawshank Redemption, I don't want to hear anything about hope.
Back to you, Carolyn.
I've seen it, and I'm still with Ivanka. Hope.
What?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen Slapshot.
Okay, coming up the third period for Montreal, Sidney Crosby, 3 points, 2 goals, and counting on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports.
The all 3-3 as we get set for period number 3. 7th career three-point game for Sidney Crosby against the Canadians, and his first since November of 21. He's having another big night here, and there's still another period to go in what's been a pretty good game.
Well, it has been, and typical Sidney Crosby. If you're the Montreal Canadiens, the one thing you don't want to see is number 87 starting to feel it. And a communicator, he's a very good communicator. If what he wants, he will talk to his teammates about it. He will discuss it openly. If you want to get better, you have to continue to do those kind of things, especially with the amount of injuries and new players they have coming in and out of their lineup. Carlson there. What he does really good, he seeks loose pucks out. He's so good at it, right there on the first goal. Second one on the power play, the ability to lose himself a little bit in the zone, find some extra space to work with. He buries that one, and late in that second period, with a tired bunch of Canadians on the ice, he almost had one bounce off him and in. That would have been a hat trick, but we'll have to wait for that and see if he can figure that out here in the third period. But a real good one here, 3-3 at the Bell Center.
And Nick Suzuki won the draw. He'll get it all the way back into his own zone. David Savard on the puck. Savard hands it off for Matheson. Up to center. Caulfield will lift it in. Nedeljkovic went out to play it. Little trouble. Bounced away. Slafkovsky in there. Kicks around. Letang goes after it. Up the wing and over the stick of Hinostroza. Matheson for Slafkovsky. Off to Caulfield. Caulfield shooting. Nedeljkovic with the save. Graves trying to play. Suzuki in there as well, but it's Graves that comes up with it. Malkin. Laid it up for Letang. Down the wing comes Letang. Throws it towards the net, off into the corner. Vucevic trying to go back to the goal. Cooley will race after it. He'll catch up to it. Caden Cooley, the center, gets it into the Penguin zone. Carlson, caught by Anderson. Josh Anderson trying to make a play, and Malkin's there to knock it out at center. Riley Smith is on it. Oh, he fired it right into Islay Bear, the referee. There's Monahan back for Cooley. Dumps it down the ice. Anderson was trying to go after it, had to back out. They'll bring it all the way back to the Canadian zone.
Well, it's been a long time since number 22 has found the mesh in the back of the net. It's been since the 29th of November. Slafkovsky with a nice little redirect deflection, and Caulfield walks right into it with speed. And why not take the shot? And you know it's a tough game when even the referees are blocking shots. And no worse for wear there.
Riley Smith gave him a little wave and apology at center ice there after that whistle.
You do feel shame when you bing one of them. You do feel it. You want to go over. You're so embarrassed, right? Sorry about that.
Here comes O'Connor. Checks up. Up by Evans. Now Kovacevic trying to find it. Chipped along the boards by Eller. Back for Carlson. Over to Pedersen with a shot. Kicked up by Montembeault. Connor was standing right at the side of the net there, but couldn't get the rebound. It came off too quickly off the pad of Montembeault. Carlson will wait with it. Feeds it for Pettersson. Gallagher trying to force him. Up to center, angled in by Jonathan Gruden. Kovacevic takes a hit from Gruden. Armia after the loose puck. He's met by Harkins. Struble for Armia. Gruden back to the point. Here's Joseph trying to get it through. Off a couple of bodies on the way to the net. Armia out to center, stopped by Harkins. Joseph for Gruden. Pressured by Struble. They'll leave it for Gallagher. Shooting, and Nedeljkovic makes the save.
Well, a save at each end. First of all, Montembeault on a puck that comes through quite a bit of traffic from Pettersson, and he makes a nice left leg save there. He kicks that left leg out, and then Gallagher, lurking up at the far blue line, walks into this one, tries to go 5-hole, and continue on, because you know he wants to cruise into the paint, right? You know he wants to get right in on Nedeljkovic. And the Penguins block him out. Gallagher's had a couple of shots from that area of the ice in this game already.
They don't like the draw, they'll do it again. As Nick Suzuki's tossed out, Slafkovsky will come in to take it. Slafkovsky was trying to sneak in on the wing. Letang aired out to center. Bounces back, Savard is on it. Got it out, Crosby wires it in. Penguins have to clear the zone. Suzuki to Matheson. Over for Savard. Long pass at center, grabbed by Caulfield. Caulfield cutting in! Stopped by Nedeljkovic! Caulfield had the extra step, and he got in alone with a great chance.
Use your speed. He never stops his feet from moving, and because he opens his edges front to back, it's just a transitional turn. He never loses any speed. He blows right by Letang, and that is not easy to do. Letang reaches in, gives him a whack, and there's the penalty as Caulfield goes to the net. And I don't really think, I think when he cut in, his first look, I think, was to try to go against the grain back upstairs over the blocker, but it kind of rolled on him, and that might be due to the slash he took from Letang.
So the Canadians will go to the power play. And it's picked up by Graves. He'll clear it all the way down the ice. Second power play of the night for Montreal. They scored on their first one. That was the Monahan goal. Matheson drops it back for Nick Suzuki. Up to center with it. Suzuki holds on to the puck. Around the net he goes, handing it off for Cole Caulfield. Matheson with it. Down for Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky to Monahan, waiting. Slafkovsky holds on. Monahan had to go off his stick, gets it back. Slafkovsky to Suzuki, trying to chip it over Caulfield. It was off a stick. Slafkovsky racing after it and jumped away from him, and he's got to go back at center to get it. Quick pass for Matheson, they re-enter the zone. Caulfield got around Carter. Caulfield laid it out for Nick Suzuki. Back to the point for Caulfield, over to Matheson. Monahan parked in front. Here's Caulfield with it. Cole Caulfield waiting. O'Connor watching him. He'll go high to Matheson. Nick Suzuki with it. Suzuki to Caulfield. Stopped by Nedeljkovic. Slafkovsky up with a puck. He'll get to the middle. He shoots, and it's into the glove of Nedeljkovic.
Well, Caulfield himself could have 3 or 4 goals tonight, and that's what's frustrating when you haven't scored in a long time. It's a right hand to a right hand, so he has to stop it. He tries to just dust it off a little bit before he unloads this, tries to go short side this time, straight upstairs on the shoulder of Nedeljkovic. If he's a left-hand shot, obviously it's a one-timer position, but there he's got to stop it. That gives Nedeljkovic a chance to get over to that post and take away the net.
Dvorak won the draw, but it comes in between the defense, and Barron has to back out into his own zone to get it. Barron leaves it back. Anderson follows up. Dvorak for Gallagher. To Dvorak in front! And Nedeljkovic just got a piece of it with a glove. Pulling into Gallagher, back for Dvorak. Dvorak works in. Played it back for Barron. He's the lone defenseman out on this power play setup for Montreal. Dvorak off the boards. Gallagher is there. Gallagher trying to get it back for Dvorak. Down behind the net, Ullinen picks it up. To the line for Barron. Throws it towards the net, redirected and wide. Letang's out of the box. Gallagher trying to take the puck away from Riley Smith. And now it's grabbed by Lars Eller. Eller down the wing as Gallagher gets off for Matheson, so the Canadians can get 2 defense back out there. Matheson up for Ullinen. Hands it off to Barron. Now Josh Anderson in over the line. Backs his way in, then is forced out. Hinostroza will take it. As Gensel rolled it in, and Savard is there. Matheson up with it. Mike Matheson lifts it high in the air to center. Knocked down by Yoel Armia, and he'll play it in over the line as Graves sends it across. Gensel up for Hinostroza. Crosby got tangled up with Pezzetta at the blue line and slid in, so the Penguins are offside. Here comes Stevens with it. Mitchell Stevens curls back, went to make the pass, didn't have it on his stick. Letang back the other way for Pittsburgh. We'll ring it in as Kovacevic is up with it. Cleared it high, and that gets knocked into the Montreal bench and out of play.
Well, great power play breakout, built upon speed. Anderson coming up through the middle of the ice, backs off all of the Penguins, and then Dvorak goes to the net. And what an opportunity. Missed by a bit.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Cole Caulfield has had some strong chances in the third period, which makes sense considering if he's going to score, it usually happens around this stage of the game. This season, 0 first period goals, 2 second period goals, 2 third period goals, and 3 overtime goals. He heats up as the game goes, so let's see if he can be the hero for the Habs tonight.
He doesn't care when they come down.
No,
he needs one to go in.
Olsen 6. 11 home games without a goal as well. Aiden Cooley are out for Barron. Riley Smith picks it up. You got it. Smith pressured, left it for Graves. He'll fire it in. Got away from Malkin, trying to catch up to it. Monahan will reverse it. Cooley after it, bumped by Smith. Barron off the glass, and that one is out of play.
I hate to belabor the point, but it has been quite some time. We mentioned the 29th of November, the last time he scored. 26th of November. Here was a beautiful one. October, here was a beautiful one. Overtime winner. And he's a happy guy there. And right now, just a lot of grinding of the teeth. Trying to figure out how to solve Nedeljkovic and get on the board.
Gensel pushed it back in the net. Suzuki's there. Plays it off for Juraj Slafkovsky, watched by Crosby. Matheson. Lying onto the puck. Gensel trying to flush him out. Now does. And it's played over for Savard. Up ahead for Nick Suzuki. Cutting in. Oh, that shot just missed the top corner. Puck goes out of play. Did it graze the crossbar?
Well, we've seen a number of opportunities with guys coming in on their off wings. Caulfield's had a few, Gallagher's had a few, Suzuki's had a few, and he puts this right off the crossbar. I mean, he's going obviously far side, glove side. And Nedeljkovic, look at him, he's way out on the top of the paint. So maybe off his net just a little bit, but that side seems to be wide open, and the Canadians have taken advantage of it on the rush a number of times.
Dvorak trying to push it away from Lars Eller. Erik Karlsson up the boards, and O'Connor's there to get it down the ice. Kovacevic back first for the icing call.
It's on, Ontario. Tap into non-stop sports action with BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and feel the roar of the king of sportsbooks.
Two of the league's top scorers go head-to-head as Kucherov and the Lightning take on McDavid and the Oilers. Catch that game tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern on Sportsnet East and Sportsnet 1. Shot in front as Dvorak tried to get his stick on it, couldn't do it. Struble fires it in deep, got away from Pettersson. Zohorna after it. He'll roll it out. O'Connor plays it off for Lars Eller, and he'll slide it in. Gallagher there, back around for Kovacevic. Dvorak put it off Connor. Enough to get it out. Karlsson holds off Armia. Lars Eller will dump it in. Kovacevic out of his own zone. Got away from Smith. His pass for Dvorak under his stick. Nedeljkovic out of the goal. Set it up, works around the boards. By Joseph, and here comes Malkin with it. Trying to play it ahead for Puustinen. It's a delayed offside against Pittsburgh here. Malkin all over Cooley, and they're going to call that an intentional offside and bring the puck back down to the Penguin zone.
Well, Malkin tried to act like he didn't hear it, and he figured put the pressure on. And the referee or the linesman was having none of it. He was like, you heard me. I was yelling. I saw you. And you kept going, so we're going to bring this all the way back into the Penguins' end, and the faceoff will be to the left of Nedeljkovic. I mean, we could hear him yelling, Bartz.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could hear him up here, I'm sure Malkin could hear him.
Popcorn vendor in the upper bowl heard him. Evans won the draw. Hands it off for Barron. Barron trying to center it in front. Bouncing puck behind the net. Barron now bumped by Graves. Evans after it. Gives it to Josh Anderson to the point. Monahan over for Cooley. Got away from him, but Barron's there to dump it in deep. Jake Evans off for Monahan. His shot goes off the leg, and it kicks loose to Riley Smith. Onto the wing for Malkin. He's outside this time, and Malkin throws it on net. Save made by Montembeault. Rebound in front, taken away by Monahan. He's got Evans now with Anderson. 2-on-1. Anderson is checked and can't make the pass. Evans follows up. Hands it off for Monahan. Riley Smith off the glass and out. And it's back into the Canadian zone. Savard to Matheson. Matheson lays it up for Savard. Tipped in by Caulfield. Nedeljkovic lets it go this time for Karlsson to take it. Caulfield chopped it back in, cleared to the line. Matheson knocked it down, and Caulfield sends it back for Savard. It's off his stick. He's got to chase it down. Here comes Gensel hustling in as Matheson will skate it out. Matheson up the middle, onto the wing for Slafkovsky. Was it towards the net? That one missed. He skated the official in the corner. Big break as Slafkovsky cuts in front. Put it off the outside of the post. It's in the air. Scramble for it in the slot. And the Penguins are on it as O'Connor breaks out. Gets it by Matheson. Has to turn back. O'Connor up with the puck. Over to Lars Eller. Lars Eller back for O'Connor. Shoots, and that's off the leg of Slafkovsky in front of the net. Matheson will clear it out. Joseph stopped it. Up for Zohorna. Now O'Connor diving, trying to knock it across for Lars Eller, but the Canadians clear it. Ludwig will move it up as Stevens runs into Gruden. Pezzetta takes a solid check from Gruden as he dumped the puck in. Now center. Stevens trying to play it. Pezzetta reaching for it. Carter will hustle after it at center. Pace of the game's picked up a little bit here. Past the midway mark of the third in a 3-3 game. Ludwig will send it across. Letang on it. Letang works his way to center. Now Malkin after it. Malkin swipes it around the boards. Gallagher there waiting for it. Kovacevic up with it. Tied up by Malkin. Kovacevic tangled up. Malkin on the puck, trying to center it in front. Went off the foot of Dvorak. Malkin back to the line for Letang. Letang chops it into the corner. Riley Smith has got it. Smith for Malkin, trying to find it in his feet. Armia pressured by Graves, comes to the point. Smith knocked it down. Riley Smith hands it off. Pustanek over for Letang. Smith up for the puck. Into the skates of Malkin. Back to the point for Graves. Broken up by Armia. Letang kept it in. Kicked away by Kovacevic. Dvorak hands it up for Gallagher. Brendan Gallagher with a long shot, and Dvorak will make the stop, and he covers it up.
Juraj Slafkovsky gets an opportunity. He gets a bit of a fortuitous bounce off the referee's skate. It comes right back to Pettersson, but Slafkovsky lifts the stick. And you know what I like about this play? If you don't got nothing, take it to the net yourself. A little bit of iron.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
With a near identical record this season as the Montreal Canadiens, it's no secret that the Pittsburgh Penguins aren't happy with the way the season has gone so far. But recently, Kyle Dubas gave head coach Mike Sullivan a serious vote of confidence, saying, "Do I think that he's the right person for the job now and far into the future? I absolutely do." A huge third period here for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The last time they won back-to-back games, mid-November.
Here's Matheson at the point. Matheson off for Caulfield. Played it over to Savard, just out of his reach. Crosby up with it. Got it to the line, off Savard and out. Caulfield. Head for Nick Suzuki. Bounced away from him. Carlson will move it for Gensel, and now it's Crosby. That'll get it into the Canadian zone. Savard into the corner. Matheson is there. Crosby trying to find his feet. O'Connor comes in front. Can't jam it in on net. Matheson. Up the boards. Carlson stopped it. Carlson laid it back to the goal. O'Connor can't get to it. Slafkovsky steps into Pettersson. Caulfield will lift it out at center, and Lars Eller knocked it down. Eller laying it over to Zohorna coming off the bench. Eller now on it again. Back for Pettersson. Up to Jeff Carter. He'll tip it in. Montembeault out of the net to move it up for Josh Anderson. Anderson connects with Kovacevic to Monahan with a snapshot right into the glove of Nedeljkovic.
Introducing the Kraken Gold Spiced Rum.
Rich beyond words with a velvety smooth finish. The new gold standard of spiced rum.
28 saves tonight for Nedeljkovic. Hasn't played a lot this year. Most of the game, the bulk of the games have gone to Tristan Jarry. He's played 21 of them. I mentioned his last game was a little bit ago, a few games ago against the Flyers. Played really well, and he stepped in tonight. And he gave up a few early, but he's made some big saves.
Struble throws it towards the net. That one hit the Dvorak in front. Gallagher after it. Gallagher trying to work the puck free. Here comes Struble to follow up. Struble throws it towards the net, went off the stick of Eller. Brendan Gallagher in the corner. Shakes off the check of Ryan Graves. Gallagher trying to get a shot. It was blocked. Armia up with a rolling puck here as Armia finds a little space. Got it over to Struble with a shot. Nedeljkovic will make the stop.
And you make the stop and you don't bleed a rebound. And for Struble, put the puck on the net. You don't want to wait and look for something better. Get it to the net. You got less than 7 minutes to go here in the third period, so everything that goes to the net's important. You see Dvorak trying to fight his way through. Nice job by Graves boxing him out. I mean, that's your job as a defenseman when the play's in the offensive zone and pucks are coming to the net. Box your opponent out. Don't give him a look at the net or give him a chance to get in front of your goaltender's eyes. Montreal, I mean, they've had a lot of shots in the past little bit here. They were outshot by Pittsburgh for a good portion of the game, and all of a sudden now they've got 33 shots on net. I mean, they've really started to pepper Nedeljkovic. I think he's been really good.
10-2, the shots favoring the Canadians here in the third period. Riley Smith up ice for Pittsburgh, checks in over the line, trying to throw it in front, knocked down Pettersson, but it hit his chest as he tried to get a shot in front. Never could. Jake Evans will skate it out. Evans throws that one off the leg of Pettersson. Karlsson up with it. Moves it back to the net. Turnover on Anderson. Oh, Josh Anderson fired it wide of the goal. Pettersson after the puck. Played it off for Karlsson. 5.5 to go here in the third. Gensel leads it in for Pittsburgh. Drops it back to the net. Savard is there. Savard to Juraj Slafkovsky. Back to the Penguins line. Letang is on the puck. He'll hand it off for Graves. Pressured by Caulfield. Letang now has to move it quickly with Suzuki in there. And it's Gensel. Out to Lars Eller. Eller bumped by Slafkovsky. Savard around to Matheson. Matheson flips it ahead. Nick Suzuki catches up to it. Suzuki down to Slafkovsky. Back for Suzuki. Tangled up by Carter. Struble followed up. Tried to play it across. For Matheson, it's off the leg. And here comes Lars Eller with it. Eller flips it ahead. Backhanded on net by Zahorna. Knocked away. Ludwig takes the shot. It's blocked. Carter with a chance off the leg. It's up in the air. Armia will find it. Tied up by Eller, but he'll get the puck to center. Lars Eller back in for Pittsburgh. Stood up by Struble. Hayden Struble with a pass ahead at center for Armia. Gallagher pushed in over the line in a battle with Joseph, and that ends up being an offside.
Erik Karlsson goes to turn the net, but he's got Evans coming the other way. He doesn't see him, and there the panic is on. He tries to bounce it, but no go. And Anderson almost gives the Canadian the go-ahead goal.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Well, if you believe in trends, last year, here's a trend for you. The Montreal Canadiens outscored the Penguins 7-2 in the third period. And right now in this third period, they're out shooting them 11-2, but shots are not goals. And so the Montreal Canadiens will continue to pepper Nedeljkovic, and Anderson was the last guy who was in tight, who had the opportunity and couldn't find the back of the net.
Pedersen out to center, cut off by Monahan. He'll turn and dump it in. Nedeljkovic stops it back to the net. Left it for Carlson. Chased out by Jake Evans as Erik Karlsson. He'll get it up to center. Brings it in on his own. Left it for Puustinen, and it's an offside call.
Smith trying to time it. I mean, when Karlsson's got the puck, the one thing you think is he's going to get to the red line and then put the puck into a corner or a hard around, and Smith's trying to read that, and he's trying to time it. And just as Karlsson moved over the red line, Riley went into the zone, and then Karlsson decided to keep it, hence the offside, and Crosby will come out to take this one. And good push to the wall.
Matheson after the puck. Here comes Gensel. He'll move it around to Savard. And Savard will clear it out. Karlsson in his own zone, throws it out to center. Slafkovsky stops it. Played it over to Caulfield, who slipped and couldn't come up with it. O'Connor left it for Crosby. Throws it around the board. Savard after it, and he'll clear it out. Erik Karlsson up to Sidney Crosby. Backhands it in. Montembeault out of the net. Left it for Matheson. Oh, down goes Montembeault. Penalty coming up. Savard then checks O'Connor. He takes exception to going after his goaltender. So now they've got Montembeault on the bench. Canadians trying to sort it out here to get the extra attacker out.
Well, they're clearly not calling the penalty on Savard because they would have blown it down by now. So right now, just the one on the Penguins.
Dvorak had to go off his skate as Letang comes up with him, fired it down the ice in the empty net, but it's an interference call, and the Canadians will get a power play with 3:02 to go in the third.
Well, we see this a lot where a goaltender comes out to play the puck and he leaves a bit of an opening that Drew O'Connor believes is his best chance to get this puck from Matheson. And as he tries to cut in that kind of 2-3 foot area that Montembeault has left between the back of his skates and the goalpost, he doesn't get through. And he clips the back skate of Montembeault, and down he goes. Goaltender interference is the right call. Savard does go up and give him a bit of a cross-check, but the referee deemed that as not enough to call. So the Montreal Canadiens, with 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the third period, will have a good look at trying to take the lead.
Letang up with it off the draw. He'll clear it down the ice. Montembeault out of the net will set it up for Matheson. Mike Matheson hands it off to Cole Caulfield. Dropped it back. Nick Suzuki will carry it to center. Onto the wing for Caulfield. Hooked into the corner. Suzuki is there. Pedersen got in the way. Letang up with a puck. Pressured by Monahan. And Riley Smith will clear it down the ice.
One thing the last few power plays Montreal has had is their entries into the zone have been really good. They've come up with a ton of speed.
Nick Suzuki plays it for Juraj Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky stops in the corner, goes back to Matheson, over to Caulfield, off his stick, off the glass, bounces down, and Gruden will clear it down the ice. Canadians change up the power play unit. Matheson will lead the rush. Watched by Lars Eller. He'll drop it back for Josh Anderson. Over to Dvorak. Dvorak hits the line, played it for Ullinen. Down for Dvorak. Knocked over by Ludvig. Puck's underneath Dvorak. Ludvig comes up with it, trying to fire it out off the boards. Gallagher blocked it. Second effort, and the Penguins will get it down the ice. Montembeault left it. And now it is Carried up by Barron. He'll play it back for Dvorak. 22 seconds to go on the power play. Dvorak around the boards. Gallagher there waiting for it, but he'll take a hit from Carter as the puck gets chipped over the glass and out of play. And a little shoving here after the whistle.
Dvorak trying to bank the puck off the yellow dasher down at the bottom of the boards so he could get it to Gallagher, who's coming down the far side, and the puck hit the boards and just took off. I mean, it just took off up into the air, and that's a tough break for Montreal. Only 17 seconds left to go. As you see Dvorak trying to bounce this down, and it just took a crazy bounce. He must have got it up a little higher on the boards than he wanted to as Gallagher watched it go into the crowd, and then Carter, who wasn't sure where the puck was, comes in and bumps Gallagher, and that's just enough to upset him. Doesn't take much. And he snarls back, and we got a timeout.
Canadians using their timeout here as Martin St. Louis wants to maybe set up the last 17 seconds of this power play.
Well, obviously the key in this whole thing is you've got to win the faceoff, or at least push it to a side where you can win a battle, get it back to the point, and get set up. You've got plenty of time to get to your positions and set up for a scoring chance. But also being aware that in 17 seconds, O'Connor is coming out of that box. And you got to make sure that in your head the clock's ticking so you know when he's coming out. Pittsburgh will have two centermen on the ice with Carter and Eller in case one of them was to get tossed out. And it looks like Carter's going to take this draw against Monahan.
Carter won it. Pettersson around behind his own net. He'll fire it all the way down the ice, right on Montembeault, and he'll set it up for Savard. David Savard played it ahead for Monahan. He'll get to the line and brings it around the boards. Suzuki knocked it down with his foot. O'Connor's out of the box, and now Lars Eller's on the puck in the final minute here of the third. Eller skates it in left, and Crosby shoots it towards the net and missed. Comes back to the point. Letang is there. Letang hands it off for Crosby. Back to Letang. Fires. Monahan blocked it. It'll come to center. Letang backs up all the way behind his own net. And out is Carlson. Ahead to Crosby. Sidney Crosby with it. Drops it off. Kustanen after the puck. Played it around near side. Crosby going after it. Dvorak in on him. Crosby got it back to the point. It bounced away from Graves, and he's got to take it back to his own zone. Erik Karlsson up for Sidney Crosby. He'll tip it in. 10 seconds to go. Matheson backs up with it. Watched by Kensel. Matheson played it up to line. Offside called as Armia was already in the zone when the puck hit him, and Dvorak was trying to play.
Well, fans treated to a pretty exciting game here at the Bell Center. And Montreal Canadiens come out of the gate, a couple of goals, got up. Penguins kept clawing back. They got up 3-1. They came back again. They've got this thing tied up. Montreal Canadiens, a ton of shots on net on Nedeljkovic. Haven't been able to solve them here in the third. And we are 1.7 seconds away, so I would imagine this is a right-hand shot push to the net. That's all you're going to have time for. Maybe if you win it back to Crosby, or Karlsson, but I would think your push is a little bit quicker.
Comes over to the boards. Monahan will clear it. And in a game that is 3-3, we'll get some 3-on-3 overtime coming up.
This overtime is brought to you by the new Subway Series. Snipe your post-game hunger with the #9 Stampede Brisket.
Well, quite a night, and why not have a little 3-on-3 overtime in this one here, because it's been a 6-goal outburst in this game, and Crosby's got 2 of them, but here's the night so far.
Well, a couple of D-men got the night started off. First of all, Savard walked right down Main Street. Bang, that was a beauty. And then Struble, his second of his career, drives to the net, gets a fortuitous bounce, and buries that into the net. The Montreal Canadiens were on their way, but whoa. A steal on Gouli, and Sidney Crosby, as he just searches out the puck, gets the Penguins on the board. Montreal, not to be outdone, gets a power play goal of their own. Matheson lays this to the net. And Monahan does the rest, poking it in. Penguins just don't go away. Sidney lays this out to Gensel. He buries that, his second power play goal of the season, and then Crosby gets this thing all knotted up, his third point of the night. And that's where we sit at threes here with overtime looming. Who will be the hero tonight? I guess a lot of people would think at the Bell Center. And the number of overtime goals he has scored, that Caulfield has got to be the top.
Crosby, Caulfield are the two picks tonight. I mean, that's...
How are you going to argue those?
No.
I'm thinking it could be a D-man, you know? Just been that kind of night.
It has been. You're right. You're right. You're right. It certainly has. But Canadians 4-1 in overtime this year. Pittsburgh 1-2. The overtime game Saturday in Buffalo, they never saw 3-on-3 because of the penalty that carried in. They went to 4-on-4, never had a whistle. So tonight we'll get to start with a 3-on-3, and it's going to be Crosby, Gensel, and Carlson for Pittsburgh. And the Canadians will have Matheson, Suzuki, and Dvorak.
Overtime now in the National Hockey League. He's looking at it, trying to not get all that possession of the puck, take it back, and they'll continue to look at those kind of things to make overtime more exciting for the fans. But right now, it's just all about possession and then picking your moment to attack.
Crosby got it. And he gave it off to Carlson. Erik Karlsson coming in, shoots. Montembeault to save. His mask is popped off. But he stopped the puck anyways, and we'll get the whistle. Now he can fix that.
So much for patience and waiting.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, drop the puck and go. Erik Karlsson's got a great set of wheels, and he cuts across. And anytime the defenseman or a forward gives you too much space, he's got the inside cut back onto his right-hand side, and he takes advantage of that, cuts across, throws it right in front of Suzuki, and he catches the mask of Montembeault, who that just deadens it right in front of him and wisely freezes it up as he tries to get his mask back on, make sure all the snaps are in good shape. And face-off will be to his left.
So Dvorak will have another draw to contend with Sidney Crosby for here. And Dvorak won that one. He got it back for Matheson. And Mike Matheson will get up. Dvorak's got a problem with his skate now. He's got to go to the bench. Caulfield was going to come on for him anyway, and he's on the ice now. I think it was a shot blocker by the looks of it that broke off on him. Nick Suzuki picks up the puck. Played it over to Caulfield. Bounced off his stick, but he's got it now. Cole Caulfield hangs onto it. Has to turn away from Gensel. Caulfield for Nick Suzuki. Suzuki, as Crosby goes for the change, Suzuki brings it in. Nick Suzuki to Mike Matheson. Matheson to Cole Caulfield. Caulfield drags the puck. Centered. Suzuki off his stick. Back to the point for Matheson. To Caulfield. Caulfield stops. Knocked down. Penalty coming up to Malkin. Here's Suzuki. Trying to drag it. Gensel will touch it. Malkin argues the call. He'll go to the box for tripping. The Canadians get a power play in overtime.
The old cutback catches Malkin. Matheson lays it out to Caulfield, and he goes to cut. Well, there's the one through his legs, the little dipsy-do that he tries to go to Suzuki on. And here's the cutback on Malkin, and his stick clearly gets into the feet of Caulfield and just drops it. I mean, that's a penalty. You can argue it all you want. Caulfield trying to get back to the forehand, but what a nice move prior to that when he brought it through his legs to protect it. And then on the backhand, Suzuki at the net. That would have been some kind of finish if they could have finished that off. And they'll have a 2-minute power play here with 3:56 to go in the overtime. A little 4-on-3.
Monahan will take the draw against Carter. Caulfield to Mike Matheson. Matheson trying to shake off Lars Eller. To Caulfield, shooting! Nedeljkovic to save. Suzuki trying to get to it. From his knees, he'll play it around to Caulfield. Cole Caulfield to Mike Matheson. Back to Caulfield. Caulfield for Suzuki. Suzuki back to Matheson. One-timer blocked by Nedeljkovic.
Well, Cole Caulfield has had so many chances in this one. He has got to be shaking his head. Matheson drops it to him, and he tries to go right through Nedeljkovic with a really nice save. Suzuki does a nice job of keeping it alive, and Pettersson goes down, and because Pettersson goes down, he can't saucer the puck into the slot. He has to go back to Matheson, That gives Nedeljkovic time.
Monahan with it now. Back for Matheson. Over for Cole Caulfield. Caulfield down to Nick Suzuki. He'll skate it up high. Suzuki all the way back to the point. Caulfield fires. And Nedeljkovic got a piece. Caulfield on it again. Back for Nick Suzuki. To Matheson. Shooting, and Nedeljkovic makes the save.
Anticipation is such a part of goaltending, right? You can't leave too soon, but you're in the shooter's head, and you know that the puck carrier is Suzuki, and you just know he's giving it to Matheson. There's the first one-timer from Caulfield. Nedeljkovic is already on the post, and he just knows he's given that over there to Matheson. He knows it. He's already moving to his left post, and he's waiting for the shot, and that's the anticipation of a goaltender. Suzuki in the slot. Does the obvious thing, right? He lays it into the wheelhouse for Matheson, but Nedeljkovic, who has been, I think, the third period and into this overtime, has been really, really good for Pittsburgh. He's given them a chance to be in this game at this point. Montreal's really put the rubber on him, and he's been solid.
Mike Sullivan using the timeout here to rest up the penalty killers. Maybe talk a bit about the setup the Canadiens have been using on this power play as well.
Well, you got that one-timer from Caulfield right down at the dot. But then he moves around, and then you get Suzuki down there. But you got to give the Penguins credit. Pettersson, who's a big guy, long, lanky guy, he gets down on one knee, and he takes that saucer. When you go down low to Suzuki, he takes the saucer away, so he has to make it to the point, and that gives Nedeljkovic time to adjust to the point shot.
Nick Suzuki and Lars Eller for the faceoff. Suzuki won it. Matheson with it. Mike Matheson over to Caulfield. Caulfield holds on, goes back to Matheson. Over to Caulfield. Down to Suzuki. Trying to feed the pass through for Monahan. Pettersson blocked it. Suzuki skates it up high. Monahan back in front of the net again. Suzuki shooting. Picked up by Nedeljkovic. Lars Eller can't clear, but Pettersson will, and he fires it all the way down the ice. Montembeault moves it up for Nick Suzuki. Penguins scramble for a change. Here's Suzuki over the line to Monahan. Monahan, pass in front, intended for Caulfield, broken up. O'Connor's got it, he'll fire it down the ice.
I think he would have been better off to drop that and set it up. That is a tough pass coming through.
Caulfield brings it in the Penguin zone, left it for Matheson, back to Caulfield off his stick. He'll race after it, is hit by Letang. Monahan up for the puck, Monahan for Suzuki to Matheson. Back for Nick Suzuki, he'll wait with it. Suzuki got away from O'Connor. Now gave it off to Matheson. Oh, and it's across from Monahan. Can't tip it in. Caulfield trying to fire it off the pad of Nedeljkovic, but it comes out of Malkin's out of the box. 4-on-4 now in overtime. With a minute 48 to go in the extra frame. Savard back in his own net. Watched by Crosby. Laid it up for Kaden Guhle. Across for Jake Evans. Evans with speed in over the line. Evans checks up. Takes the shot. Blockered away by Nedeljkovic. Letang is on it. Evans right on top of him. Now Erik Karlsson trying to play it. Juraj Slafkovsky sticks with him. Karlsson takes off. Here comes Karlsson to center. Over the Montreal line. Up for Gensel. Can't connect with a pass. Evans back the other way. Jake Evans gets past the check of Karlsson. Evans throws it on net. Kicked out by Nedeljkovic. Letang bumps into Evans. Slafkovsky playing it back for Barron. Barron to Juraj Slafkovsky, trying to get away from Erik Karlsson. Slafkovsky, pass over to Armia! And Nedeljkovic got a piece of that shot with a glove. Sidney Crosby up with it. Trying to spring Erik Karlsson, it's off his stick. Barron after it, 45 seconds to go in overtime. Barron to Armia. Here comes Joel Armia, throwing it on net, blockered away by Nedeljkovic. Graves up with the puck. Graves will take it around behind the net. Now works it up for Lars Eller. Half a minute to go in overtime as Eller gains the zone. Lars Eller, no shot, curls back, falls, and he's forced to back out with it. Barron will watch Eller all the way back into the Penguins' end. Graves, long feed. Riley Smith was there, but it was picked up by Armia. Joel Armia the other way with a shot. Nedeljkovic to save. Pettersson clears away the rebound. Picked up again. Armia with it. Hands it off. Savard cutting in. Can't get a shot. Great play by Graves to block it. And Eller trying to take off the other way, but the siren goes, and this game will end up in a shootout.
Montreal continuing to pepper Nedeljkovic, a lot of opportunity, and still nothing to show for it here. Montreal moving the puck around, and right here, Matheson to Monahan. He doesn't get it, and then Caulfield tries to bank it off of Nedeljkovic, who just gets out of the way, which is the smart thing to do. Then Slavkovsky turns around, lays this one right across to Armia. Another big save there by Nedeljkovic. And then a long stretch pass to Riley Smith. And who's there? But Yoel Armia to pick it off. And it's a good thing as he comes back the other way with another shot and another save by Nedeljkovic. And we've gone through 65 minutes, Barts, and we still can't solve it. But the shootout will.
Well, the Canadians ended up in the shootout Saturday night in Buffalo. And Juraj Slavkovsky ended up being the hero against Devin Levi.
Oh, what a great move, and patient at that. He drives like he's going to take it wide on his forehand, and then he opens his right leg up and cuts it back across. What a beautiful, that's a goal scorer's move right there. I like the little bit of fisticuffs as well in that game, and the youngster, again, so young and so much to learn, and I think having a guy like Marty St. Louis as his coach is a big plus. Lots of patience and lots of time for him, and again, putting him up on that line, I think, a couple of games ago, I think you just see him, his confidence has grown.
So the Penguins 0-1 in the shootout this year. Canadians 3-2. This is the first shootout of the season for Nedeljkovic. He's 1-2 in his career in the shootout, and he'll face Nick Suzuki, who's 3 for 5 in the shootout this season for the Canadians as the first shooter. Nick Suzuki, 10 for 19 in his career. And here comes Nick Suzuki to start it off. Cuts wide left, across the dot, into the slot, scores!
Speed, movement, using the whole end zone to try to get the goaltender to lose his net. And I think Suzuki did just that as he beats Nedeljkovic on low on the glove side.
Chris Letang with his first shootout attempt of the season. 26 for 80 in his career. In on Montembeault. And Montembeault can't make the save. Letang puts it over his glove.
26 for 80. That's pretty good.
32%.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a defenseman to walk in. The patience of Letang. A quick little stick hand back to the forehand. And it's up over the glove.
Cole Caulfield 1 for 5 on the season, 5 for 13 in his career. Caulfield cuts wide on that left side, again into the slot, scores!
Well, certainly something that the Canadians might have picked up on the video on Nedeljkovic is coming down this side. I mentioned that they came down that side quite often during the game, couldn't solve them. Both shooters came down the exact same side, and both of them were successful.
Sidney Crosby 0 for 1 on the season, 42 for 109 in his career, and he's got 2 goals in this game tonight. Crosby into the slot, scores!
You couldn't buy a goal for such a long period of time, and now we've seen 4 in a row in the shootout. Such great hands, the quick back to front, right to the forehand, and he took little time releasing it.
Jesse Ylönen, 2 for 2 in the season, 3 for 3 in his career. Can he keep his record perfect? Off the post!
Back to the glove side. All 3 on the glove side. Ylönen comes down the opposite side, though, tries to go back, and nothing but iron, and Getzel will see if he can make it a hat trick in the shootout and end this game in a win for Pittsburgh.
0 for 1 this season, 6 for 19 in his career with 2 game-deciding goals. Getzel with a chance to win it for Pittsburgh. Jake Getzel into the slot, hit the post as well. It's the caroling of the bells as we go to round 4.
Well, 'tis the season. And we're hearing the chimes as Guentzel tries to wait out Montembeault and then goes straight up over the glove. He beats Montembeault, but he catches the iron as well. And we shall continue.
Juraj Slafkovsky, 1 for 2. On the season, in his career, won it in Buffalo, but he's stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, as far as the shooters goes, this one's a little more direct. He doesn't really take much of a step out of center, comes right back at him, tries to stick handle to the stick side down low. Nedeljkovic with the right leg save.
Malkin with his first shootout attempt of the year. 24 for 71 in his career with 10 game-deciding goals. Malkin in, stopped by Montembeault. Let's go to round 5.
Patient, trying to wait him out for the 5-hole. We've seen a lot of shooters shooting, but this one here is a deacon. And you see Montembeault open up his legs. Malkin just didn't hit the right spot.
Now Yoel Armia to shoot for the Canadians. His first shootout attempt this season. 1 for 5 in his career. Armia snipped it wide.
Well, a similar look as Caulfield and Suzuki cruising down the left side and then tries to go back to the glove side and misses the net. And once again, the Penguins have a chance with Riley Smith.
7 for 26 in his career. Riley Smith, little speed, gets into the slot, stopped by Montembeault. We go to round 6.
Couldn't save one? Now you can't get one. Just trying to overpower him. Get to the hash marks and try to drive it through his legs. Montembeault with the save.
Christian Dvorak now shooting for the Canadians. 6 for 13 in his career. Dvorak backhand. Oh, and he goes wide and bumped into Nedeljkovic, and he looks a little shook up as he went into the post. And Nedeljkovic not back to his feet just yet.
Well, we've noticed in the National Hockey League, these penalty shots are full contact. Dvorak comes in, misses it, and then his left knee comes up and cracks him right in the mask. And we showed you earlier the Brady Tkachuk penalty shot where he got tumbled over on the pork check. This one here, you can see Dvorak's leg. It's late getting up, and the knee just clips him, and he'll stay in. He'll be all right. But that's a pretty good jolt. More importantly, he makes the save as Dad looks on.
And now Erik Karlsson will shoot. 6 for 25 in his career. Erik Karlsson slows up, gets to the slot, hammers the shot, and Montembeault stands up to make the save.
I've seen Erik Karlsson do this before, where he gets into the hash marks and he just tees it up. And Montembeault holds his ground and gets in front of that puck. You can't possibly know where it's going at that point.
Here comes Monahan, 0 for 3 on the season, 18 for 49 in his career. Monahan scores! Outside.
We've seen 2 right-hand shooters score coming in off that side. Now you're going to see a lefty. It takes a little more patience for Monahan to wait it out, but he does, and he finds the spot for it. Ex-Montreal Canadian Lars Eller will try to keep this alive. The chorus of a lot of boos.
Yeah, 6 for 19 in his career. He's got to score to keep it going. Eller scores! Oh! Round 8.
Boo-hoo! What a nice goal. Under the pressure of having to put this in the back of the net, and the quick stick handle right underneath the hash marks. Once you get under those hash marks, those hands are moving so fast. That's a nice goal by Lars Eller.
I think Marty St. Louis was looking down the bench. Now who do we go to? He goes to Mike Matheson, the former Pittsburgh Penguin. The defenseman cutting in. Matheson stopped by Nedeljkovic, so now he's 1 for 3 in his career.
Cutting it off the left side across the front of the net. I think he's just waiting for 5-hole. He's just looking at 5-hole, waiting for it, tried to squeeze it through. Nedeljkovic with the save.
Jeff Carter with a chance now for Pittsburgh. Carter in with speed. Carter stopped by Montembeault. On to round 9.
Now the chance to end it. The veteran cruises down the middle of the ice, tries to make a late cut to his forehand. Montembeault having nothing to do with that.
All right, Michael Pezzetta, 1 for 2 in his career. He had that winner in Buffalo where he rode the stick like Tiger Williams. Pezzetta is stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, you're running out of bodies on the bench. Pezzetta comes into his forehand and just tries to go low on the stick side. Nedeljkovic figured that out rather quickly.
Valtteri Puustinen with his first career shootout attempt. Puustinen snapped it wide. We're going to round 10.
Trying to lag it across the front of the net. Similar to Monahan, but a right-hand shot. Let your body come across and then make it look like you're going straight up, but pull it far side. He didn't fool Montembeault.
All right, Jake Evans now shooting here in the 10th round. His first career shootout attempt. Evans to the slot. Stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, Evans cruises down the same path that Caulfield, Suzuki, Monahan, a number of guys have taken. And Nedeljkovic is starting to figure it out.
Radim Zohorna with his first career shootout attempt now for Pittsburgh. Zohorna gets in, stopped by Montembeault. Let's go to round 11.
Well, Montembeault just hoping that the puck doesn't rattle around him and take it back into the net. He does a good job of just staying forward. Let the puck drop in front of him.
It'll be Brendan Gallagher now for the Canadiens. 2 for 10 in his career. Gallagher with the crowd on its feet, stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, the 11th guy in the 11th round, wearing number 11, just couldn't find it. That would have been too good to be true. And now Hinostroza looking to bury this and finish this one off.
Penny Hinostroza cuts in wide, slows down. Hinostroza stopped by Montembeault. We go to the 12th round, and at this point, let's go around the horn all 18.
It wasn't good. He mishandled the puck right off when he picked it up. And he just got in too tight on Montembeault.
Josh Anderson, 1 for 2 in his career in the shootout. Anderson goes slow, fakes, stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Here comes Jansen Harkins now. I mean, if you haven't been picked yet, you seriously have to start doubting yourself if they haven't looked down the bench and picked you yet.
First shootout attempt for Harkins. We're into that territory now. Harkins scores! Montembeault got some of it, but not enough. And Jansen Harkins, the hero for the Penguins tonight, in the 12th round of the shootout as he wins it for Pittsburgh.
What a crazy finish to this game. An exciting game at that, and it took 12 rounds of the shootout before they finished this off. Harkins in his very first shootout attempt hits Montembeault, but the momentum of the puck carries through him and into the back of the net. And the Penguins' dads are 2-0 heading to Toronto.
Harkins still doesn't have a point with the Penguins. He was claimed off of waivers from Winnipeg back on October 2nd. His last goal was December 22nd, 2022 in Boston with the Jets, but he's got a game decider in the shootout for the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Canada Vodka standing by. Sportsnet Central coming your way right now after a wild Wednesday night in Montreal.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.